He's trying.
Right from the top, Mars has something to say to you guys.
W host,
Oh,
W host.
chat. Now this chat is hilarious. Just watching the chat live is hilarious.
No, they're in our chat. They're in our chat.
Hey, what's up, my man? We got another guest on today. You want to tell the people who you are, where you come from, and what you about?
Hey, hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Shiloh. From New York, born and raised. As you guys can see, I'm a Kobe fan slash Lakers fan. I'm a true Lakers fan, though. I'm not a bandwagon Lakers fan, but Lakers fan. Been watching basketball for like 10+ years now, so I'm excited to be here, man. Just talk some hoops, talk what we saw last night.
Bet. Right from the top, before we get into it, because y'all know it's gonna be sizzling, smoking hot on here. Y'all already know what time it is. You know how we get down on this panel. I do want to say, I was telling you guys yesterday we're doing a $400 giveaway. Somebody won. My man Rob Breacher. His username is Crooked Cat. You will be able to come on the show Monday and give us your personal picks, and we'll let you get off a couple personal takes as well. If you can survive the smoke, then you know we'll like to have you up here. But shout out to Cricket Cat. He is the $400 winner in this giveaway. We will be doing another one for game 2 on Monday, so you guys stay prepared for that. But with no further ado, let's get into it. Game 1, NBA Finals. How are we feeling about this? Mars, what's up? Talk to us.
Um, I think game one was everything I expected it to be. I don't think either team really showed too much of what they had in the chamber. I think it was more of a feel out game. Neither team shot the ball particularly well, which is to be expected. Denver coming off a large layoff. Miami's first game in Denver with the altitude, coming off an excruciating Game 7 series. I didn't expect either team to really shoot well. It was interesting seeing some of the things that Miami was trying to do defensively. So didn't really work. It was interesting seeing what they were trying to throw at the Denver offense. I think Bam Adebayo did a good job of being aggressive, making his jump shots, which is, I don't know if that's sustainable, but he did a good job. Caleb Martin came back to earth. Max Strus was a double agent. Michael Porter Jr. had a great game. I don't know how many points he had, but Michael Porter Jr. was played very well. I think this series, my opinion hasn't changed. I can't remember how many games I picked Denver in. 6, I think. I still have Denver in 6 or whatever I picked. This game hasn't really changed too much for me. But I'm interested to see what adjustments both teams make for game 2, because I don't think they're just going to play like this the whole series. And if they do, I think Denver would sweep them if they did this. So I'm interested to see what adjustments will be made from both sides.
You muted, Ron. You muted.
Big Shiloh, you wanna let us know how you felt about the game?
Big shout out. That's new. I like that. First off, I want to say I had Nuggets in 5 or 6, because everything that I kind of predicted kind of happened in the first game. Mars kind of alluded to it, how the Heat were trying to do different defensive schemes. First, they went to the regular man when Jokic was in the game, but when he went to the bench, they went to the zone to try to stop, I guess, the ball movement or whatever. But in my opinion, the size advantage for the Nuggets is too much for the Heat. The first couple of possessions when Aaron Gordon has a couple of dunks and layups, they try to switch with him and Gabe Vincent, and he just ducked down in the paint, easy touches, easy layups. And even Jokic's presence, Bam is so focused on Jokic, kind of like with the Lakers series with AD. The other players take advantage of the presence and the playmaking of Jokic. So the whole scheme is so focused on Jokic. Eric going to have a Euro layup, one point open lane. Michael Porter Jr. had a couple easy dunks. It's just, I don't know what he could really do to stop the team. And Jokic didn't even was aggressive in the beginning of the game with scoring wise. And towards the end, he started being more aggressive scoring. Just the zone doesn't work against Jokic. He picked that apart. 1-on-1, you can't really stop him. He either the dual threat of him being with the pass for the lob or even floated it up. I don't see how he can stop it really. And relying on people like Max Strus and Caleb Martin, they're good players. Don't get me wrong, but to rely on people like that when your star player isn't doing what he's supposed to do, and Jimmy Butler, it's going to be hard for the Heat to win this. I see. So I have Nuggets in 5 for that reason.
Got you. The next person that I want to hear talk
Oh boy.
is none other than Nikola Jokic himself.
Low down in the house. What up, low down? What up, low down?
Jokic is crazy.
Oh boy.
Low down in the house. What up, low down?
Oh man. Now,
Before you go any further, Low, I just want you to know how you talk about Joker, like how you talk about him. I know how you feel about him, but just so you know, when you rewind the clock, because you wasn't around during this time, this is how we was talking about Olajuwon in '95. We was talking about him like this.
I don't know why he's a better offensive player than
But keep
Oh
on.
my God.
But
Yeah,
keep
here we
on.
go.
I don't know why you were talking about him like this. Look,
Big Ox, what up, brother?
What's up, Chitchat?
oh man, what an uneventful first game, man. I mean, my goodness. They were up by 20 at some point. I mean, it was a blowout. I mean, hey, all that heart and determination from Jimmy Butler really came through strong, right? Ticket, right?
Yeah, Ticket's pretty
Man.
quiet.
So
Oh no. He's what Ticket does. He'll let us talk for like the first half an hour of the show, and then say he let
Yeah.
us talk. So then when he talks for half an hour
He
uninterrupted,
goes for like 30
he
minutes.
let us
Yeah.
talk. So
Yeah, it makes
Look,
sense.
Yeah, Mars, you study ticket style.
Whole style.
Study his
Whole
game.
style. Hey, chat. Shout out to the chat, man. I see y'all there, man. You know, 1,000 deep, man, already. I see y'all, man. First and foremost, man. What do you want? I mean, I told you this is gonna happen. It's manifesting. I've been telling you this for 3 months now. I told you when it came to the Heat, the size is gonna be too much for them. Pause. Aaron Gordon, they're defending him with a guard. Like, I don't know what to tell you. That's crazy. MPJ is going to shoot over people. That's crazy. What do you do off the dribble handoff? You can't help. So they're getting wide open looks. It's crazy. Jokic didn't even attempt the shot really into the second quarter, and they were up by double digits. He then went off the floor, and they kept a double-digit lead. He came back, and they made it 20. It's crazy.
It's not crazy, though. It's actually beautiful basketball. It's not crazy.
Real beautiful.
It's actually beautiful basketball.
I want to apologize to Jokic because even I was disrespecting him. It's Denver in 3.5 because in game 3 and game 4, midway through, we're already going to call it being done. Denver in 3.5, bro. I don't know what to tell y'all, bro. I mean, that was a bad shooting night for them as well, and they won comfortably.
The amount of buckets, like I said, like that Michael Porter Jr. or Eric Gordon got because they were so focused on Jokic was mind blowing to me. Just open vibes to the paint. It's just Nuggets in 5, man.
yeah, I mean their lack of size was evident. I spoke to Double By on Open Gym. I don't know what you're meant to do. Bam's pressing up on Jokic, leaving the paint to be manned by
Wide
Gabe
open.
Vincent and Caleb Martin. Like I don't know. What
That was the same issue in the Lakers series. AD was so focused on Jokic, it created so much opportunities for other players. So
And then Cody Zeller came in and he got manhandled. So
Miami in 6. Man.
oh boy.
But why though?
What's the reason?
Yeah, what's the plan? What's the
why,
plan?
Big Dog?
Besides heat
They'll
culture
knock down their open shots.
Mhm.
Eric Spoelstra will come up with some. They'll maybe put a little more size on the floor to combat some of that.
What size?
You know what I'm
What
saying? That was just one game. Yeah,
Who do they? But what size do they have? What size do they have?
The only person that they could put out there is Highsmith, and that's about it. Nobody else out there is really going to provide the length in which we need to stop those guys. Me and Lo talked about this last night. Ron, is my Wi-Fi good? I'm not lagging, right?
Yeah, you good.
Perfect.
Dub.
Cool. So yeah, number one, I told Lo this last night. I said, bro, I don't even think Jokic was trying out there last night.
He
bro.
wasn't.
And
He
that's
wasn't.
scary. And that's
wasn't.
scary as hell. I still think that Miami Heat, the main issue that I had with them, because defensive wise, I'm not saying that the Heat was going to stop them, but at least challenge them. I think at spurts, we did challenge them a bit. But especially in that first quarter, bro, they were just manhandling us down in the paint. It was ridiculous. But we made an adjustment. We had Jimmy Butler on Eric Gordon, which was not bad. Highsmith was getting some minutes out there, which caused a little bit of problems. But our offense was terrible. I mean, that was the worst offense I've seen them play since the Knicks series, bro. So the threes wasn't falling. Max Strus was 0 for 9. Caleb Martin, and I told the chat this last night. I said, bro, they trying out here to make Caleb Martin out to be like he's this shot creator, ball handler. No, get him in the corner, get him some open looks. Don't revolve the offense around him because that's not his game. Jimmy Butler and the pick and roll action that he was having was terrible. The man wasn't at least driving to the rim, trying to draw some fouls, making Jokic more of a defender and put pressure on him. He would operate in the pick and roll, run around the court, and just look for a pass. I'm like, Jimmy, what the hell are you doing? So the offense of Miami,
that's Jimmy.
No. The offense of Miami was severely underwhelming, and that's a big portion of the reason why we were so bad. The Nuggets offense was killing us, but we're gonna have to see what next game will bring us. If our shooting turns around, bro, this series is gonna I think we could win game 2 if our offense does turn around, but I'm looking mainly at our offense. It was terrible.
Like I said, Miami will start knocking down their open shots. It's not going to be like that. I'm pretty sure if Bam stays aggressive to the rim, they'll start getting to the free throw line a little more too. I mean,
it's switching.
It's got to level out. It's got to level out. On top of that, Derek White is the cause for a lot of this. That tip in Game 6 that extended that series another 2 games. Really, I think that really got Miami a little fatigued. I think they were, heavy legs. It'll level out though, I believe.
Do you guys see Bam staying this aggressive? Because you know how Bam is. One game he'll do this, and then the next game he won't even look at the basket.
I'm not betting on that. That's
what I'm saying. Bam is so inconsistent. He's not even. I don't know.
Nobody should bet on Bam Adebayo playing
if he had a game like that where he put up 25 shots, 13 for 25. I think he saw it go in. A lot of times, that's a little confidence that you need just to see it go in a little bit, score some buckets. Get that feel for the rim. Now he might feel like it's dropping. So
my main issue was if you know Jokic and you want to try to take advantage of his defense, stop running the pick and roll actions with Jimmy Butler because Jokic was just camping down there, camping, just chilling.
Giving shots wide open.
Did I say that?
You did say
that. Everyone with common sense said that.
Well, except for Ticket. Ticket thought for whatever reason that was going to work. But
Ticket, man, you're pretty quiet. I want to hear Ticket's
and at least Jimmy, at least go to the rim and draw some fouls if you're going to run that action. At least do that. Don't just sit there, just run around the court and just look for a pass off. Because, bro, that's not what we're here for you to do.
I love how I'm listening to all of you dudes up here now. All of a sudden, because you got punched in the face. Now we can't do this. We can't do that. Meanwhile, the way you got into the finals was doing all of that stuff.
Don't nobody want to fight, Chitchat.
How about that for an idea? The way you got to the NBA finals was everything that you just said, Dub. That's how y'all got there. Now all of a sudden,
our shooting being that bad?
You want to
That's not how we got there.
You want to switch up
the Knicks shooting badly.
Yes, you did. You want to switch up all of this stuff now. So the switching action. Just so you know, you guys were switching Gabe Vincent onto Julius Randle. You were switching Gabe Vincent onto Jason Tatum. The point that I'm making is you were doing all of this small to big switching. Only difference is that Mike Malone said, you're not going to do it with us. Not only are you not going to do it with us, we're going to take advantage of this. In the words of Jay-Z, I'll show you how to do this, son. And that's exactly what he did last night. Nothing different that you guys did in this game have you not been doing the entire playoffs.
But
you guys are getting open.
But that's why they have to change because Denver can abuse that.
Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned that, Mars. Okay, Mars, you just said that's why they got to change. What are you going to change? This
Nothing.
Is how you
That's
you got
It's
here.
going to be done in 4, chill.
This is how you got here.
Max.
So
we're not gonna acknowledge Miami missing good shots, good wide open shots. That
wide open looks.
So did Denver. So did Denver.
I hear Mars, especially you, Mars. I hear
Denver
you all the time. Yeah, you, Mars, right there.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to actually say
I hear you all the time talk about, we got to acknowledge that if it looks like that on paper that you missed all these shots, we got to acknowledge that a lot of time that's not defense. That's just me missing wide open shots. So why are you not acknowledging that?
I have acknowledged that. I literally said
both teams were missing threes. If you're getting these shots that you more often than not.
But I haven't said a word about the Miami
now,
offense. I'm talking about defense. I'm talking about the
two.
Miami. The whole time you've been speaking about the Miami defense, not their offense. If you want to change the subject.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm talking
you can
about
talk
the
about
whole
it.
game.
I think Miami got decent looks offensively, but I also do think Denver did a good job of making them take a bunch of jump shots. I think Denver want them to shoot. I don't think Denver want them to get downhill and collapse the defense.
Miami's not capable of making these wide open shots.
Did you hear me say that?
Yeah, okay, but so I don't have to hear you say that if you're up here acting like, oh, this shit is done. It's a wrap. Okay, so
that's not bad though.
Did you listen? When I was the first person to speak, I said this game hasn't changed my opinion in the series.
For Miami making wide open shots, then
they can make them. They're still gonna lose.
Yeah, my whole thing. I need to go back to chill for a second. This Miami crew is not what they've been doing all postseason long, offensive wise, right? There was a lot more cutting actions to the basket where we were getting to the rim. We shot 2 free throws, Chilltown, through the whole entire game. Right. Our offense, along with the shooting, we were at least able to put some pressure at the rim, drawing some fouls. That's something they did not do. The pick and roll, which I'm accusing Jimmy Butler of. If you're gonna run the pick and roll action, go to the paint. Draw some fouls. That's not what we were doing all postseason long. So you saying that is a lie. They weren't doing that.
It's not that it's once again, it's not. I'm not lying.
You just lied to me. You lied to me, and I'm hurt. You keep
saying, do we know what a lie is? A lie is to intentionally deceive some people. That's what a lie is. I'm not intentionally trying to deceive you. This is what I'm telling you. What you did to get to the NBA Finals, you've been doing that. Your offense has not changed. You're telling me that you guys didn't get to the rim last night. You think that it may be because Denver didn't let you get to the rim last night? You guys, just so you know, Dub, for the record, of the 96 shots you shot last night, 18 of them were 5 feet and in. It wasn't just because you wasn't running your offense. That wasn't the problem. The problem was Denver was preventing you from getting to the rim. That was going on last night.
Is that Jokic rim protection?
I didn't say it was Jokic.
No,
I'm not saying that it was Jokic.
Lying to us again.
What do you mean I'm lying?
There's no way you want Miami Heat. We're religiously settling for mid-range shots, 3-point shots as well. Not getting a lot of rim runs to the basket, not doing a lot of cutting action as well to get to the basket. Jimmy Butler, especially, he's not going down there trying to draw some fouls like he usually does, which he did actually damn near all fourth quarter long against the Boston Celtics series. They weren't doing that, and I think the 5 feet and in or the stuff you talk about probably came from Bam Adebayo. And that's it. Bam Adebayo is the only guy who was scoring from that range, and that's it. Nobody else was.
And again, Dub, why is that? Why couldn't you get to the rim last night? What's the reason why you couldn't? It wasn't because you weren't getting your offense.
Because of Jokic.
It wasn't because you just
defense.
Stop trolling.
I'm being because what we're doing is now is we're being honest about what the Miami Heat are. You guys are not going to switch up who you are overnight. You've been a mid-range jump shooting team. You talk about Caleb Martin shooting. You talk about Caleb Martin sitting in the corner. Caleb Martin has gotten progressively better offensively in terms of a scorer throughout the playoffs. He's gotten progressively better as a one-on-one player throughout the playoffs. Now, all of a sudden, you're telling me.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't.
Really?
You're lying again.
Okay, wait.
He had a couple spurts.
Let me make sure.
And now everyone's running with it.
Okay, so let me make sure
I'm an off-ball guy. 100%.
Okay, let's just say for the sake of argument, he's been an off-ball guy. Is it not fair to say that Caleb Martin, who was shooting 60% from the floor and 50% on the long ball in the Boston series, wasn't doing that in the Knicks series? But he was shooting the basketball well in the Knicks series, which is why you won. And he wasn't doing that in the first round against Milwaukee, which means that he got progressively better as a scorer as the playoffs went on. Is that not a fact?
The offense, his shooting.
Once again, is that not a fact, though?
Yes. His shooting,
which means that's not a lie.
No. But in terms of him being a ball handler and him creating, no. That's not what he was doing. He did it a couple games in the Boston Celtics series, but majority of the time, he's a guy who's running off ball, who's getting wide open shots, who's in the corner on top of the key, and every now and then he's going to be taken advantage of when he's feeling hot, which we've seen in the Celtics series. But he's not this guy that you should be running some consistent pick and roll action, taking mid-range shots and trying to create offense. No, that's not his game. Let's not turn him into that. Stop that, because that's not how we're going to win. Caleb Martin hasn't been like that the whole postseason long. You guys are just running off that narrative over the couple games in which he had against Boston. That's not his game. That's not his game.
So when he was with the New York, when they were playing against the New York Knicks, his stop and pop in transition. Not only his stop and pop in transition, when in the half court, when Jimmy was getting him involved in the offense, where he would play in the mid range, not only in the mid range, where he would also play in the post from time to time. Now, what you're trying to tell me is that this guy, his game, his one-on-one game, that's not who he is. Even though he exhibited that to us throughout the playoffs, because he didn't do it for a long period of time, does not mean that he can't do it. In fact, he's shown us that he can do it. Now, all of a sudden, because we had this one game, you want to completely 86 that from him, and you want to take him off the basketball, which means you're switching up your entire offense. Which is not what got you here.
That's not switching up our whole offense. We were operating with Caleb Martin in that manner. You are off ball, you take your shots, and when you're feeling it, then you can take advantage. It's not Caleb Martin. You're just an offensive creator for yourself and for others immediately. No, that wasn't the whole postseason long. That wasn't.
But what are you guys talking about?
So Chilltown, are you saying that you want Caleb Martin to be more like isolation?
So Chilltown's mad at me for saying you need to have Caleb Martin more off-ball action. Stop having him running some pick and rolls, taking some contested mid-range shots. Stop and pop game, yes. Catch and shoot game, yes. Maybe a dribble pull-up, yes. But not operating some pick and roll action, you being an offensive creator for your team. No, that's not how we were running our offense.
How were you running it?
But they ain't got no other choice but to do it. I mean, there's nothing else that they can do, Dub.
You're a liar,
is the real
bro.
problem.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Fellas, let's reel it back in, because I do want to hear from a couple other people who we haven't heard from about Game 1. Ox, would you like to tell us how you feel about Game 1?
See, Miami just looked too small. They looked little. They looked like they were missing their open jump shots. I don't think there was much to it other than that. I mean, it looked like a pretty simple situation last night. Nothing too super deep. They looked little, and Miami was missing shots, man.
I agree.
They got it. That's why I said what I said. I think it will balance out if Miami can convert on some of those open looks and find some size on the bench. Some there's guys on the bench that us as viewers feel shouldn't be playing, or can't compete, but you got to try something else. I think it's okay to give those guys a couple minutes and see if maybe they can bang with Aaron Gordon, if they can bang with Jokic. Cool. None of them are going to stop Jokic, so I'm okay with just putting some size out there, bang it down low.
Cool.
And just whatever size they got on the bench low. That's what I'm saying. Hey, Mars, you don't got to name anybody. Whatever size they got on the bench, they need to look down that line and see, hey, which one of you big fellas want to come in here and get physical.
Bob, I don't think none of them want to go in there. That's the thing.
Hey, Ron, then that's a problem. That's a problem. I got Miami in 6. I don't got nothing riding on that. I didn't put no money on it, so I'm not too much stressing it. I'm not too much stressing it, but I would like to see it get a little more competitive, and those are the only ways. Me at the knowledge that I have. Once again, I'm nowhere near the Eric Spoelstra, so that's on him to figure it out. But that's what I would try to do.
Are you saying that everybody's being reactionary to Game 1?
I mean, that's what we do. That's what we do. That's I think that's part of the gig. So I expect that. But that's what it is, Ron. That's what it is. We all know that's what's going on, but that's part of the gig. That's what we're supposed to do. So.
Can I ask Ox just one more, potentially two questions? Who shot better from 3 last night?
Which means shot better from 3 last night?
Who shot better from 3?
Well, I know MPJ was chucking. I mean, I thought I would think it would be Denver, but is that a trick question? Is it Miami?
Yeah, it's Miami. So if your argument is relied on, they should make their shots, which I think they are. I don't think they're going to shoot. I don't think.
What? Not just 3 balls though, Lo. I'm talking about from everywhere. Just from everywhere.
Well, fair enough. But if and I think it's a fair argument that they're going to make their shots. However, could I not just also argue that MPJ is not going to shoot 2 for 11 from 3, and Jamal Murray is going to shoot 2 for 7 from 3, and KCP is probably going to get up more than just 3 shots in a game, and 3 3-pointers. Like the same thing you're arguing.
I think it's definitely fair about Jamal Murray. I think that's definitely fair. MPJ, maybe he will, maybe he won't. Maybe he won't shoot 11. Maybe instead of shooting 3 for 11, he'll shoot 3 for 7, which is a better percentage, but still the same amount of threes. I think it's definitely fair to say maybe Jamal, but I don't like Gabe Vincent on Jamal though.
I don't like half of the team on the players that are on.
So what I'm saying is it's not looking up for Miami. I would agree, but I just don't think I'm not ready to write them off yet. Let's wait till game 3. I'll wait till game 3 before I make that. But what I will say is, if let's say Miami makes it more of a more competitive. I'm sorry, Dub. Are you gonna flip back to your team? Or are you gonna flip back?
I still think Miami's winning. I think what Miami could do is try their best to stop limiting Jamal Murray, MPJ, and Aaron Gordon just from abusing us down there. It's going to be very hard because we just don't have the personnel to do that. But that's the only way for us to win this series because those open looks to the basket is easier than jump
What
shot.
about the young boy, Dub? What's his name? His name is similar to Jokic.
Jovic?
Yeah, could he maybe come and help?
If he plays a single minute out there, boy,
how much does he even weigh? He's like
I have no idea, bro. I have no idea. I'm acting desperate. I don't think Eric Spoelstra needs to be in desperation mode yet. I think he's too good of a coach. I think his squad is too hungry for him to go straight to desperation mode. But me, just from the outside looking in, from the size advantage I saw last night, I'm like hollering like somebody, please.
Spoelstra needs to be desperate because he
who said that? Who said that before the series started?
You did.
It had to be you.
Yo, Dub. Have you really watched like Jovic play this year?
Yeah, I have.
No. Yeah.
What?
You thought Luka was better than at one point, right?
No, Jovic.
Jovic.
Yo, he's going crazy.
You just hit Jokic through time.
Jokic is wild.
Relax.
Jovic, he's all right, bro. It's almost he's similar like to Yurtseven, bro. So it's like
he's similar to what?
No, he's not.
The backup
similar to what?
The backup 5-man Yurtseven. That's
but Dub, he don't play the 5 though. He more like a stretch big. He like a 3 and a 4 body because he's 6'10". So kind of, from what I've seen of him,
he in the stretch.
He doesn't play in the perimeter. He doesn't shoot.
No, I'm just saying.
If you want to say that, I guess.
I mean, standing out there is different to being a stretch.
Okay, yeah.
He can't match up with a single soul out there.
No, okay.
The only person that could be thrown out there is Yurtseven, but even then, it's like he's just gonna get picked apart too. So it's like,
everybody's gonna get picked apart though.
Nah, Yurtseven.
I don't even know why I'm gonna ask this question. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna, talk about me like a dog. But Cody Zeller can't.
He's the only option.
Can he stay out there with Jokic?
He can be on the court at the same time.
I mean, he can be. I mean, if Eric Spoelstra decides to do that, sure.
Okay, can we establish, Lo, you're right. There is no matchup for Joker. Joker is going to destroy these guys. You were 100% right, Lo. Okay, there's nobody out here that's...
Chill, we're just talking basketball right now.
No, we're not. You're sitting here gloating. I can see the beam all over you.
We're just talking basketball.
Like the beam.
We know how awesome Joker is. It's not news.
That's the reason Lowe's background is purple. Like the beam.
I can see the glow on him. Hey, Lowe, come on, man. If we being honest, Joker, he looked like Tom Brady sitting in the pocket picking these dudes apart. That's what he looked like. He just looked like a quarterback. Like, okay, did I get you yet? I'll get you next. I didn't get you. You're next. He's just picking these guys apart. And in terms of Eric Spoelstra trying to come up with a scheme, the switching is the most important thing that Mike Malone exposed yesterday, because the Miami Heat switched the entire playoffs, and what they didn't do, Boston didn't exploit that. Not only did Boston not exploit that, the Knicks didn't exploit that, but Mike Malone is exploiting that. He's finding guys like Gabe Vincent switched onto a big, burying him underneath the basket. He's getting switching action on the perimeter, which I absolutely love that, where Joker is playing off the basketball and you get not only do you get a screen at the elbow, but then you get a staggered screen, which leaves Jamal Murray wide open at the top. And now you can't switch that because you don't have enough bodies to. So this action that they have off the basketball, it's almost no answer for it. It's like, pick your poison. What are you looking for? Because we will give it to you however you want. Now, I expect the Miami Heat to fight. That's what I expect them to do. I do expect them to put up a better fight. Gabe Vincent, not only Gabe Vincent gave you a good effort offensively. I'm not surprised about Max Strus. He did go 0 for 10 yesterday. Last year in the playoffs. Yeah, he did do that, Mars.
Jesus.
Last year in the playoffs, he had 2 games where he didn't make a shot. He went 0 for 16 in 2 games. So this isn't something that's unfamiliar with Max Strus. He could do that. But to go 2 for 23 between Max Strus, Caleb Martin, and Duncan Robinson, you're not going to win any games if your guys are shooting that bad. You're not.
I have just one thing, because what I'm confused with is, okay, both teams shot bad, right?
Yes, they did. Both of them. I know.
Both of them shot
it
bad.
feels like it only Miami shot bad.
So both
of them shot bad.
So let's just say, because the Nuggets are a great
shot the 3 ball
team,
bad.
and let's just say the Heat goes back to normal, like how they've been shooting this playoff run. Mm-hmm. My biggest question is on the defensive end, right? You said the switching doesn't work. They can't switch because the Denver is too big. The zone is definitely not going to work. They tried the zone with Jokic in the fourth quarter. It worked for 2 possessions, and then Jokic just picked them apart. Defensively, what can he do to stop Denver?
Nothing. Not a thing. Nothing. And that's why they're going to lose in 4 or 5.
Because you can't run the zone.
There is no scheme.
Is their biggest calling card for defense, right?
Switching.
There's something that they could do. We just don't know what it is because we're
no.
I know.
It's literally nothing.
I think that's awfully arrogant of us to believe that we.
It's not arrogant.
Spoelstra himself has already admitted. Spoelstra himself has said he doesn't have a game plan for him. Spoelstra himself has already said it.
Can't say it's arrogant and then not give us a reason for it.
Ox, you've seen.
I'll tell you my reason why I say it's arrogant. I think it's extremely arrogant of the 8 of us up here to assume that just because we don't know the answer.
Kevin, I'm the host.
Well, you too. You're mighty arrogant yourself, brother. Just because we don't have the answer. We don't know what to do with certain rotations. Just because we don't know exactly what his personnel can do on the bench, we assume that there's nothing that can be done. But that's arrogant of us, and it's naive of us to believe that we know as much as this coach knows about his team, and naive of us to believe that we.
No one is saying that though.
That's exactly what you're saying when you say there's nothing that they can do.
I didn't say nothing. I don't see it. I just don't see it.
Yeah, all I said was I don't know what they.
I don't know.
But that's not saying that. I think that what's his name? That doesn't mean it's not me saying that there isn't a matchup or isn't adjustments that can be made. Isn't me saying that Eric Spoelstra doesn't know what he's doing as a coach. I think Eric Spoelstra has personnel that puts him in a very tough position to where there is little to nothing that he can do. That's not really an Eric Spoelstra problem.
We set up for 3 series already. We set that for 12 wins already, and Miami got all 12 of them.
No, that's not. No.
Everyone agreed they had the best personnel.
Except for New York.
Okay,
I'm sorry,
everyone agreed they had the best matchup for the Bucks. We didn't pick them to beat them, but we knew they had the good matchup for the Bucks. The Knicks, obviously, we know who's on the team. Bypass.
Oh my god!
And then Boston
7 last year.
So y'all telling me right now? Y'all said, y'all was like, yeah, they.
No, I didn't think they were going to win 2 of the series. But to say that we never thought they had a matchup for them was not
matchup
true.
was good.
And my question with them has always been their offense.
Y'all got a lot of me.
And plus, how many playoff series have you seen where you don't have the answer? Turns out the coach doesn't have the answer neither, and the reason why he doesn't have the answer because that other team is just better. You've seen that going on, Ox, and that's what's going on right now with this Denver Nugget team. If you watch them, you look at the action that they have both on offense and defense. They're better than the Miami Heat. And it's not arrogant for us to sit here and go, well, we don't have the answer. Spoelstra been a head coach for 15 years, and he's looking at this Denver Nuggets team. I'm sure he's losing sleep looking at Joker going, how the hell am I going to stop this dude? I'm sure of it. And here we are. Now we're in the NBA Finals. He hasn't seen any of all the players that he's seen in the playoffs. He hasn't seen anybody like Joker. He hasn't seen an offense like this. And he's basically come up with answers for everything. This in particular, though, I don't think it's arrogant for us to go, we don't know, because to be honest with you, he doesn't know either.
And it's not even just about like him not seeing a guy like that. What Lo said before. if he had maybe the Lakers lineup where he has some size on his side, maybe he could develop something.
Yes.
They can't throw
I don't have the personnel. I don't.
You don't have the. It's more of a personnel thing. It's not an Eric.
They wasn't playing Mo Bamba. They wasn't playing their bigs either.
But they had, Jesus, they had Rui, Vanderbilt, and AD. They had like three players.
Oh, okay, AD. I forgot.
They had three players that were playing.
No, that's the only big I was thinking about. AD was the only big I was thinking about. I didn't forget AD. They wasn't playing the bigs either.
That's not. But
they had Rui guarding.
Okay, so who was that? Who was that play? Who was the 6'8"? But who's a 6'8", 6'9" player that they play in Miami heavy minutes? Who is that player?
Bam.
I mean,
okay, so
Bam 6'8", 6'6". Okay, I see the little difference.
Ox.
Whoa. No, you can't put a 6'6" player out there to defend Jokic. The difference is that if you're the Lakers, you had 2 to 3 different players who are 6'8" and taller. Really, even LeBron as well, because they put LeBron on him sometimes as well. They have 4 different players that they can just constantly rotate on him.
Well, what I'm saying is don't use LA as an example as if they were just throwing a bunch of big bodies on the floor.
I didn't say big bodies.
We don't got to get into specifics about he's 6'8", 6'7", 6'6". That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is let's not act like LA had all their bigs out. They put Tristan Thompson on the floor at the end of the series.
But they had more options.
They had more options.
Okay,
that's what
none
we're
of them
saying.
on the floor.
Yes.
Hey, fellas.
All right,
fellas.
whatever. In 3.5, I don't care. These conversations actually irritate me because if we sat here and said Shaq, you don't have an answer for Shaq. You have no problem acknowledging that concept. Actually, it's pretty arrogant of you and disrespectful for Jokic to be doing what he's doing.
It's not disrespectful all of a sudden.
It is very excellent.
And you know why?
You to act like Cody Zeller getting out there. Cody Zeller is going to do anything.
And you know why, Big Bob?
And you know why, Big Bob? He's just that great of a player.
And you know why, Big Bob? Because you being a Sacramento fan, this is exactly what we were doing in 2001. There was no answer for Shaquille O'Neal.
Thank you.
There was nothing. We were doing this.
I'm arrogant because I refuse to put Jokic and Shaq on the same level.
No, I'm not saying that.
No. Let me stop. Yes, you are. Yes. I'll answer for you. Yes.
Hey, fellas,
yes, you
fellas.
I do want to say, Ron. I do want to say the one thing that they could do to put some more size out there, and KB said this last night, is possibly putting Kevin Love out there so Bam could be more of a roamer, but Kevin Love is hurt, so it's like you can't even do that.
Okay, as well. so if I didn't know K Love was still hurt. I thought K Love
even if he was healthy,
even
if he was healthy, I'm putting 37-year-old I'm putting 35-year-old Kevin Love on Joker. Big option.
I've seen him stop Steph Curry in the finals.
Yeah, you seen him stop Steph Curry in the finals 7 years ago. That was 7 years ago.
That's not important.
I think that there's times when we just have to accept that somebody is just better. I mean, we can sit up here and we can talk basketball, we can talk schemes, but at the end of the day, Denver is better than Miami. They haven't seen anything like this.
You the one that taught us that the best team don't always win. The best, you
Never
might be the
said
best
that.
player, but you ain't got to be the best team ever. You might not
it's going to be so amazing if Miami win this series.
Best ring ever.
Fellas, what I'm trying to say is we're all having trouble trying to find somebody that can stop Jokic and find a game plan. But I think I know somebody who might have something.
Who?
Yeah, go on, let us know, Ticket. Let us know, Ticket.
Man.
Low. You got a good one today with all that glazing you doing. You in Chilltown, you need to get your cataracts checked out because your eyes is messed up, dog. Now let's get to business, right? Let's go ahead and start.
You ain't that much younger than me, so let's be clear about that.
Let's officially start the show. Right. So once again, Rome was not built in one day. So all this glazing these dudes are doing after game one and acting like there's no game plan to beat Denver Nuggets. Well, the Denver Nuggets lost 29 times this season. So there's 29 ways to beat these boys.
29.
I'll repeat myself again. The Denver Nuggets lost 29 games this season. They weren't an all-time great team this season. So all this extra super glazed donuts that Lowe is out here serving. Okay, it's game one. I agree with what Mars said. I thought Miami would be a little sharper because they were playing. But they weren't sharper. And so both teams, it looked like Denver, they did what they wanted to do. And I thought that Denver played the best game plan as far as I thought the game was won in between the lines. And I'm talking about in between the painted lines. I'm talking about taking advantage of those dudes. They obviously had the game plan to go into the post and attacking those guys in the block. And I think that's what changed the game. I think that Jokic's assist is the key to the series. And I said this yesterday before the game. If Jokic gets 10 or more assists, you're toast. And the thing is, you have to cut those assists in half by not doubling. Miami came out trying to double Jokic hard. You can't do that. Jokic's going to pick you apart.
No, they did not.
They did not double.
Straight line. Straight line. Straight line.
You gonna cut me off? I ain't cut y'all off for half hour.
Keep going, Ticket. Keep going, Ticket. Keep going.
Yeah, we apologize. We apologize.
No, I apologize for cutting you off the line. Go ahead, keep going.
I actually got my people. We cut the frames out. They were double teaming Jokic, and Jokic picked it apart. Matter of fact, they doubled Jokic early, and he hit Doodoo Brown in the corner for a 3 because they left and double teamed Jokic.
Aaron Gordon. Aaron Gordon.
Oh no, it was Doodoo Brown in the corner that hit a 3. Jokic passed the 3. Okay, yeah. When he turned around and he skipped it right to Doodoo Brown right at the double team. They double teamed him hard and quick, and he just turned right around and threw it over both guys. And it's like he knew where the double was coming from. So, and I had this on frame shots where they were doubling him. He's picking these dudes apart. Also, the back action. Dudes back picking for each other, and Jokic hitting those guys, cutting to the basket. Guys posting up. I seen Jeff Green coming in the game, just going right to the block. That was the game plan. That is the game plan. Michael Porter Jr. in and around the block. I seen him more active on both ends of the court. But here's the thing, right? It all starts and ends with Jimmy Butler. And I told you guys this before, and I'll say it again. This team, and this is why I praise Jimmy so much, they only going to go as Jimmy Butler takes them. You seen last night when Jimmy's not doing what he do, all those other pieces that you guys have been praising and talking all this high-level stuff about, they are what they are. They're undrafted picks. They are undrafted NBA basketball players. So when you get at this level, I blame a couple of guys. First guy I blame is Jimmy Butler, because Jimmy Butler coming off the Game 7, knowing what it was going to be like in this environment, playing in the NBA Finals before, he didn't set the tone properly for the team. You allowed Bam to come out there, and Bam did exactly what I thought he could do, and I think he will do for this series. Bam going to eat this series because they don't have no answer for Bam. But the problem is when Jimmy came out on a tight time, he didn't come out riding with Bam on this. Because if Jimmy came out early riding with Bam, and they could have tried to address the early wave that they got hit with by Denver, the tsunami they got hit with in the first quarter, maybe this game would have been closer down the stretch and it wouldn't have got out of control. Jimmy came out on chill time, and that's not going to work against this type of team on the road. You got to come out on demon time. Also, again, all this Caleb Martin breaking down and stuff, that's out the window. That's not going to happen this series. That was a one-hit wonder. That's why I told you guys last series, Jimmy was a real MVP. Now, when you get to the biggest stages and to the biggest points, here's a third problem I have with this team, and that's Coach Eric Spoelstra. Spo been in this position before. You coming out here playing dudes that ain't been on this level before. High minute, bro. I'm back in the finals. I'm playing guys who have this experience at this level. So what am I saying? I'm saying this in a game 1 situation. Once I see Struss is headed the way he's headed, I gotta yank him because he's not giving me nothing. He's afraid of the moment. He hasn't been here before. I have to go with guys, and I know Duncan Robinson isn't a good example because he didn't do anything last night. But I have to roll with guys like him in this situation because he's been there before. He understands what this is about. Also, let me get to this. I thought their perimeter defense was solid. So I didn't think I had a problem with the perimeter defense. I had specifically a problem with how they were defending Jokic, and I have a problem with his lineups in the game. I think that with the lineups, you have to play a bigger lineup. I know everybody's going to say, oh, well, Jokic is going to kill Zeller. I'm not worried about him killing Zeller on offense. I'm worried about the assists Jokic is getting. I think you have to play Zeller along with Bam so that you can line up Bam with Aaron Gordon and eliminate that post stuff Aaron Gordon is doing. Then I think you have to play a guy like Duncan Robinson more. See, listen, again, I'm a big dude. Hold on. I'm a big dude on experience in these situations. If I'm coaching, I'm rolling with the guys I've been here with before, mostly. And then if I have to match up with size, which is what he has to do in this series, I'm going to go a lineup like Gabe Vincent. I'm going Duncan Robinson, who's been in the NBA Finals, who had experience, who's played well on this level, who understands what this is about. I'm also going, and this is another thing I want to say to y'all. Y'all didn't take into equation. The jump shots might not have gone into Denver because those guys are here for the first time too. So some of those guys are nervous outside of KCP. they might not. They haven't been in this position, so they might not. Their post game work because it's easier to get buckets closer to the basket. I was impressed by that last night, how they just dominated inside the post, and they stuck to the game plan. That was their game plan to dominate them. Jokic didn't have to do anything but really set the table, and I thought that was beautiful. But I just thought that Miami, again, you playing these dudes. You playing these dudes high minutes that haven't been in this situation before. Bam has. Bam did exactly what I thought he could do, and I thought he could do more. Another problem is this. Again, the situation with what was I saying? The two bigs. Bro, you're gonna have to start two bigs in this series. You can't play Bam and four small. You have to start Cody Zeller. And listen, Jokic got away with some stuff last time too. He pushed dude off. That was clearly an offensive foul when Jokic ran over dude and pushed him off. That should have been an offensive foul the other way. Also, Jokic got away with another dirty foul on Duncan Robinson when he threw him on the ground. That should have been 2 fouls. So I just think that you have to attack their weaknesses. You have to identify what are the Denver Nuggets' weaknesses, because they have weaknesses, and attack those weaknesses. And the 2 weaknesses to me that they have the most is Jokic defensively. He could not stop Bam. I have a heavy dose of Bam in this series attacking Jokic. And also, a second weakness of theirs is Michael Porter Jr. on defense that they did not exploit. I want to attack him because he's a foul machine too. Hold on. He's a foul machine too, and he's big for them He's big for them offensively, because what Michael Porter Jr. can do is that he takes advantage of his matchup because he's so much taller than the guard that's guarding him. He can get rebounds. He can now go in the post and score easy buckets because he's just looking over top of the defender. But if you're on the other end, you're attacking him defensively. He's not a great defender. In fact, he's an average or below average defender at best. So all this stuff Lowe talking about, again, they lost 29 games. Jimmy Butler played like trash. They lost an 11-point game. I want to see game 2. I want to see if Jimmy come out with a different mentality, which he should, in game 2. And all of this shit that Lowe's selling y'all about these dudes is unstoppable is bullshit. They lost 29 games this year for a reason. So I don't want to hear that shit. It ain't like they had the Bulls record or the Warriors record where they won 72 games and was running through the whole goddamn league. No, that wasn't what happened. They lost 29 games this year. We seen them losing a bad team. So there is answers. The question is, or will the Miami Heat step up and play some basketball in this series?
Or no, Jimmy Butler. No. Will Jimmy Butler step up?
No, I'm with you. No. That's what I say when I started.
Because that loser didn't show up.
Hold on. Again,
that loser didn't show up.
Low. Again, I'm with. Hold on, Low. I totally agree with you. I totally agree. I can't take nothing away from what you just said, and that's the part I hate about Jimmy. But that exposed what y'all was saying the last few days. Miami does not win this unless Jimmy goes crazy, and that's why I told y'all, if Jimmy wins this championship, to me that puts up. No. They was glazing all these other dudes he was playing with, acting like he was playing with undrafted, acting like he wasn't playing with undrafted dudes. When I was telling y'all that Jimmy's the reason for the season.
They beat the Knicks with Jimmy Butler being hurt, and he didn't play well in that series.
And not only
they lost the game, he was hurt. His presence doing other things, Dub. You can still pull up his presence in that series.
Game 3.
His presence in this series,
Dub, using a Knicks series means nothing.
Boston Knicks, and then Boston in game 3 as well. We won that game as well.
Those loser teams, bro.
I'm just still stuck on that. Take his answer is start Cody Zeller and Bam Adebayo, and then
I love that.
How does that work on offense? You said attack Jokic on offense.
Answer that question, young fella, because you knew. So I try to give you an easy pass because of what happened to the funeral that happened yesterday. The funeral that happened yesterday. You coming up in here looking like Showtime Sean Porter. I'll cook you 3 the hard way easy.
They can't resolve.
We can get to it if you want to. We can. I mean, if you really want to cook, we can cook.
Let's get to it then. Because
okay, well, see, I was gonna give him a pass, Lo. I was gonna give him a pass. I'm gonna put a diamond test on him now, right? I see what you really want, right? I see what you really want. So go ahead. You said what did you say about the 2 bigs? What did you say about the 2 bigs?
Since you wanna.
What did you say about the 2 bigs? You said, hold on. He said something about the 2 bigs.
Hold on.
What did you say about the 2 bigs?
Let me say what I gotta say first. You want to bring up regular season losses. The Heat lost 38 games, so that's What's the point of being
Right? No, he said, hold on, Slim. He said, no, I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm big dog. You little homie. He not done. He act like
I'm not finished.
He act like they was invincible. They lost 29 games, boy. They lost 29 games this year. They ain't invincible.
Shallow, keep talking, Shallow. That's how you
gotta keep your dribble. My thing is this.
Hold on, who you with, Chill Town? You with him or you with me?
My question is this.
Who you with, you turncoat? Who you with?
You say
I ain't turning coat.
No panel love is wild.
Get it off, Shiloh. Get it off, Shiloh. Go ahead.
If you beat Denver, it's to attack Jokic, but then you said start Cody Zeller and Bam.
No, hear me. Jokic is going to guard. Excuse me. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Hold on, sir. Let me say this to you, sir. Hold on. Sir, you have to start out that lineup because they're attacking in the post off the jump with Aaron Gordon. They are attacking Aaron Gordon, the guys guarding Aaron Gordon off rip. Jokic trying to score the first 3 quarters.
Forget defense. On offense, Cody Zeller and Bam Adebayo on the floor at the same time. How does that work?
Right, hold on, time out. I'm not saying you're playing him 30-something minutes a game. I'm talking about Cody Zeller. I'm saying you're starting those two so you can eliminate Aaron Gordon getting off early in the game. If you watch the game, they're targeting Aaron Gordon down in the blocks early, off the backdoor cut. He's getting wide open dunks, all these easy buckets down low early. If you watch the game, it wasn't even Jokic trying to score. It was Jokic passing to these dudes in the post and in the painted area while they were scoring the ball. You have to stop that because you keep that with size and athleticism. If you don't have that on them, you're gonna get crushed.
Again,
ticket like you talking about offense, Shallow. Ticket logic is to throw them off offensively.
Right. And then you're gonna when you switch up.
That's not gonna throw them off offensively.
So hold on. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're eliminating. No, hold on, sir. Sir, I've already stated before you came on here yesterday. I don't care about Jokic scoring. I care about his passing. I want Jokic to think he can run through Cody Zeller and score 50. I want that. That's what the part you're not understanding. That's what you want. You want Jokic to feel. Hold on.
So you don't want Bam guarding Jokic then?
My man, you're not hearing me. No, I want Bam guarding Aaron. Hold on. Let me say to you what I want. I want Bam guarding Aaron Gordon. I want Bam able to roam a little bit in certain aspects, in certain parts of the game. He's unable to do that if he's guarding Jokic the whole game because Jokic is a good 3-point shooter and he's a good shooter from mid-range. So Bam really can't leave. If you watch Bam last night, he got froze a few times because he didn't know what to do, and Jokic just blew his head off from the top of the perimeter or top of the key, and he was stuck right there in the paint because he didn't know what to do. He didn't know whether to help or go up. So if you take him off of Jokic and allow Cody Zeller to play, I'm saying around 20 minutes a game, you starting him on him. Now what you're doing is I want to throw off Aaron Gordon a little bit early in that game. I don't want him to think he can come out here and camp out and get easy buckets. Because if you look, all them dudes was going to the post. Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and then old boy came off the bench going straight to the block. And I'm talking about Jeff Green. He went right to the bench, 2 post-ups off the bat. So you have to eliminate that because that's their game plan is to beat you up inside. And then Jokic, after Jokic sets up the table, then he comes and tries to clean up later on and get his point. No,
so I want Jokic. Denver shot 79 shots yesterday. Of their 79 shots, a third of them was at the rim. Less than 20% of Miami shots was at the rim.
Right.
Ticket logic is that we need to get these guys at the rim. We need to get these guys away from the rim. That's what ticket logic is. We need to get these guys away from the rim.
My thing is there's 2 ends to the basketball. There's 2 ends. On the offensive end, so having Cody Zeller and Bam Adebayo in the game at the same time. That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
No, it's not. Hold on. No, it's not because hold on. Let me tell you why. Bam is going to win his matchup either way, with Jokic or with Aaron Gordon. He's bigger than Aaron Gordon, so he can win that matchup just off the fact he can see over Aaron Gordon. With Jokic, he's quicker than Jokic. Hold on, let me finish. He's quicker than Jokic. Hold on, sir. Hold on. Okay, he's quicker than Jokic. And here's another thing y'all not looking at. Bro, I'm going to say it again. Bam is going to eat all series. His numbers ain't going away. He going to eat because they don't have no matchup for him, bro. The problem is Jimmy Butler not doing his part, bro. We talking about all this glazing Low doing. We talking about 11-point game last night. And yes, I agree with Low. The game went up to 20, but they could have gave it. They could have went away and allowed the game to get blown out. They didn't. The Lakers even showed us Denver would not just blow you out. The Lakers showed you they will let you back in the game and let you have chances towards the end of the game if your key guys are playing well. Every single game that series with the Lakers, every single game except for one went down to the stretch. All I'm saying is last night, if Jimmy Butler doesn't turn into Jimmy got daggone crickets and have 14 points on 13 shots, if he does what he's supposed to do, which is drop 30, if he plays the way he played in the NBA Finals against the Lakers, if he plays that way, then you have a chance down the stretch to win these games on the road. I'm just saying all this glazing low doing, he acting like this team went undefeated during the season, and there's no plan out here to stop Jokic. He ain't Akeem Olajuwon. He ain't Shaquille O'Neal.
Offensively, he's better. Offensively, he's better. Offensively, he's better.
That's the goddamn lie. He ain't.
Offensively, he's better.
And you're saying that, and you're saying that one game, you're a liar. You can't convince anybody on planet Earth he's a better offensive player than Akeem. And Chilltown,
don't change the topic.
For saying that dumb stuff.
Don't change the topic, please.
Also, I just want to be clear. That was like the 5th worst offensive game that Denver's played all postseason long. That was one of the worst.
That had nothing to do with Miami's defense. That had nothing to do with Miami's defense, though.
I didn't say that.
I'm asking you. Did that have anything to do with Miami's defense? I'm asking.
I didn't say that's not.
I'm asking you right now. Did that have anything to do with Miami's D?
Not really. No.
Hey, this nigga, y'all believe this shit, man. See, hey, Dub. This had nothing to do with Miami's team. Nothing to do with their D. That this dude said an all-world offensive team was held to under 105 points last night.
No, low. He's right. It did. And it's because we were undersized. Jokic was just dumping off to Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray and Michael Porter just abused them down low. That's what it was. It wasn't because Miami did some type of defense.
So what did they shoot from the three last night then?
They shot 24, 25?
I know
22. I think it was 22.
Miami shot 30 and Miami shot 33.
That's the question, Lo. See if you can find their stats. How many of those threes were contested? I want you to find that out.
Why he's doing that? Ticket, you said, all right, your game plan is for Bam to attack Jokic, right? My thing is
when Zella's not in the game
on the court.
No, I'm saying when he's not in the game.
Contesting threes doesn't mean that you're automatically playing to the team.
I was saying because MPJ was just taking really bad shots between the third and fourth quarter.
That's what he does, Lo.
I know, but that's
what he does. He shoots bad shots.
But that's not indicative of Miami playing great defense rather than a bad.
No, they were on him. No, I'm saying they were defending these guys.
You don't have to. He gonna shoot bad shots.
And Lo, I thought Miami's perimeter D was solid. I thought their perimeter D was, and as a matter of fact, let's be honest, their perimeter D has been solid all playoffs. I just think so. I can't say now that they played good defense against the Denver Nuggets. It's not them now when it's been them the whole series of the whole playoff.
I'm specifically saying last game it was more of a bad shot selection rather than good defense.
That's why I asked you how many. Right, and when you have a bad shot selection, that means teams are forcing you into shots you're not supposed to be.
That's not what that means.
Okay, that's bullshit.
MPJ was like literally going up in transition, pulling up a three with like 13 seconds left in the shot clock.
Which is what
he does, but that's not good.
You remember that, Doug?
It's not because
you remember that, Doug?
Even if he makes it, that doesn't necessarily mean it's good shots.
Exactly. I'm not on your side.
Just because
no,
he's
on my side, Doug. I'm not saying it. I'm saying you remember what he said, Doug. You remember what he said? He's saying that the Miami Heat defense had nothing to do with this. So if they continue to defend these guys well this entire playoff series on the perimeter, and they can clean some stuff up inside, which is what I'm saying, that's why you got to play the two big.
So that's a whole different story. But if we're judging off of what happened throughout this game, it's not because of Miami's defense was trying to mitigate their shooting. And then
I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. You're taking away what I'm saying. I'm telling Lo that the Heat's perimeter defense was solid. I'm saying their interior defense was horrible last night. That's the point of what. And then Jimmy Butler combated that by playing like trash. You still got an 11-point game. People act like they won the game by 30. They acting like they won the game by 30.
Is it fair to say that you said their interior defense? You said their interior defense was terrible. Is it fair to say that Mike Malone is doing what Mazzulla should have done? Because this defense has always been like this in their interior.
No.
It's not like they don't have the bigs that they always have. Right?
I'm talking about. I seen wide open backdoor dunks. I'm talking about with dudes. Hold on, chill. I'm talking about with dudes just standing around looking at each other.
Right.
I'm talking about, and that's what Espo talked about after the game. Multiple efforts defensively. That wasn't last night. I saw it. Like for example, in Game 7 against the Celtics, I saw the multiple efforts defensively. I didn't see it last night. And that comes on your back line. You understand what I'm saying? When a guy gets beat, another guy rotates. Go back and watch the film. You didn't see multiple efforts last night. You seen a dude get beat, and that was it. You can't have that.
Right. You can't have that. But
if this was a 30-point game, chill, I'm with y'all. This game, and watch the Nuggets games. The Nuggets haven't been putting dudes away like that, bro. All them games don't came down to the wire.
100%. That part.
What I'm saying,
I could definitely get with that.
Have full control this whole game.
And I want to make sure
you're not hearing me.
I hear what you're saying, Ticket. But what I want to make sure we clear on is you talk about the back line of their defense. So Boston, a lot of jump shooting. Not only a lot of jump shooting, not a lot of ball movement, not a lot of action off the basketball. The Knicks, not a lot of action off the basketball, not a lot of a bad jump shooting team. The same thing with Milwaukee, transition team. The Miami Heat haven't seen an offense like this where the action is off the basketball and exploiting smaller lineups and exploiting switches. So the idea that so what I'm saying is that the fact that their interior defense was quote unquote horrible, it's always been like that. They just haven't seen an offense like this.
No, I'm with you. No.
And Cody Zeller is not the answer.
My whole point to Shallow is that why I said that in game 2, I thought Eastbo need to make 2 adjustments, and that is start. I didn't say play the whole game, but you start bigger. You understand? To kind of throw them off a little bit. You start bigger, and then you start your experience. Listen, bro. I don't know how you think, Chill. I'm big on this. If I'm getting to the finals, I'm rolling with the guys. Struss, y'all been starting all season. Once I seen Struss start out the way they started the first quarter, look, I'm scratching that. I'm rolling with the dudes that's on the bench that have been here before. I need dudes who have been in these situations. So what I'm saying is come game 2. You're going to see more of a dosage of Duncan Robinson early. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to see.
Why do you keep saying Duncan? Say Kyle Lowry. Say Kyle Lowry, though.
I'm not going to say Kyle Lowry. Hold on. I'm not going to say Kyle Lowry. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say Duncan Robinson because I believe in his ability to shoot the basketball. Last night didn't prove it, but he ain't going to do that in game 2. Duncan Robinson going to get busy, and he makes defenses adjust. And I'm telling y'all act like Denver ain't got no weaknesses too. Miami have to attack their weaknesses. They got 2 weaknesses. Jokic don't play no defense, and Michael Porter Jr. don't play. Okay, you can say whatever you want to say, nigga. It don't matter to me.
Miami being in the finals in the bubble is different from them being in the finals now. So the experience of them being there means nothing because it was an empty gym. There was no fans there. There were no fans, and it's a completely different atmosphere.
Someone say, and on top of it, it's a different team. It's literally Bam and Bam, Duncan, and Jimmy. Everybody else wasn't there.
And they were there. They just weren't playing. They were there. Tyler Hero was there.
Tyler Hero was not playing. He's not playing right now.
Gabe Vincent wasn't there.
Highsmith wasn't there. He may be back game 2, bro. That's
why I said Lowry. Lowry's a quality name, and I thought Lowry's minutes were actually really good too because he was a quality ball.
Lowry's the reason why they kind of made the fake comeback.
I agree. I'm saying all those guys, bro. All the guys who had finals experience, I want them on the court. And that's saying Hero probably come back game 2 now. So if Hero's back, I want him in there 20 minutes tomorrow on game 2. That's what I want. I'm rolling with the guys who've been there before. I'm sorry.
I'm just saying. You say Bam. If you play Bam and Cody Zeller at the same time, that Bam 25 points or how much he scored is not happening. There's no space.
Yes, it is happening. What do you mean?
Wait.
Playing Cody
I'm going to
Zeller
ask you this again. Hold on. Shallow. I'm going to ask you again.
Wait. I'm saying playing Cody Zeller and Bam at the same time.
Who's going to hold on? Let me answer that question. Who's going to hold on? Who is going to stop Bam from getting to his spots?
It doesn't
matter.
What was
guarding Cody Zeller?
No, you're not hearing what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, that is. Okay, I see what he's saying. He's saying that if Aaron Gordon is defending Bam, by virtue, he's going to be receiving help from Jokic because Cody Zeller's on the floor.
Facts.
So he's going to No. He's for what? If Bam is not going to be able to get quality looks off because he's going to have to try to score on 2 people now because whoever's defending Cody Zeller is going to just come over and help.
Him. Yeah,
that's what he's saying. That's not true?
No, because Bam, hold on. Because
that's literally what they were doing when Cody Zeller was on the floor.
No, let me tell you why that's not true.
It's not Cody Zeller.
Because Bam isn't. Hold on. Because Bam isn't playing the way I said he should play. Bam is actually shooting jumpers and fadeaways. So that second guy helping don't mean nothing, because unless he's coming to double team him completely and just leave Cody Zeller wide open, it ain't like Bam getting all the way to the basket trying to shoot dunk hooks. A dunk, he's shooting fadeaways. He's shooting fadeaways off the glass. He's shooting mid-range jumpers. He's hitting them shits in this series.
If we got Bam shooting fadeaway shots, then
they'll live with that.
Nuggets in 3. If Bam is shooting fade, we're relying on Bam fadeaway.
Well, Big Mouth, put your money where your mouth is. Then I'll take yours too.
10,000.
You always trying to get involved in grown folks, man. You trying to do that like a nice little hand way to stab me in my back. I heard what you said, dog.
I wanna wait. Let me answer.
Everybody chill.
I want to answer Tickets. I want to answer Tickets' question. He said how many
that boy put his money where his mouth is.
How many shots were contested?
Okay, hold on. You said they gonna hold on, Lo. You said they gonna get swept. Put a stack on it. Put 1,000 on it right now.
I said 10,000.
Oh, I ain't talking about you, legend of loser. I'm talking about new boy. Put a stack on it right now. Hold on, Lo. Put a stack on it right now.
First off,
put 1,000 on it right now. Hold on, you said you gonna get swept. Put 1,000 on it right now. Put 1,000 on it right now.
I'm a man.
Put 1,000 on it right now. Put a G on it right now. Put 1,000 on it right now. I'll take your rent money. Put 1,000 on it right now. I'll take your rent money. Straight up. I'll take your rent money. Put 1,000 on it right now. Put 1,000 on it right now. Shut up. Put 1,000 on it right now. Shut your mouth. That's what I thought. These dudes up here. Oh, I already took one boy money. I already took one boy bread. It ain't bad for me to take yours too. Period.
Bad bet.
Easy work. Ain't no bad bet. You just said Nuggets in 3. Hey, Doug, these dudes be talking. When you make them stand on it, they willing to stand on that. Hey, I'm willing to stand on what I say. I'm talking to you, new boy. Put 1,000 on it right now. I bet you don't get swept. Put 1,000 on. You just said Nuggets. You just said Nuggets in 3. Put your money on it. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Let me. Can I please give the answer that Ticket?
Go ahead, Jokic. We got to move on.
Last night they took. This is the Denver Nuggets. They took 9 wide open threes, meaning that the closest defender is 6 feet or further from them. They shot 33% on wide open threes. Then they shot 10 what the NBA considers to be open threes. Again, the Denver Nuggets, meaning that the closest defender is 4 to 6 feet from them. They shot 30% on those. And they only took 7 tightly contested threes. And they shot 2 for 7, 28%. So on open and wide open threes, which is predominantly majority of the shots that they took.
Think they getting swept, Lo?
Say it again?
You think they getting swept?
Can I answer the question that you
wanted me to think they getting swept? I put 1,000 up against you too. I put 1,000 up against you and your son over here.
Can I answer?
Hold on, Lo. We can do it right now. Do you think they getting swept?
Bro, you told me to go look for this information.
You said earlier it's 0-4. That's what he said. I'm putting a diamond tester on these dudes. What you gonna say?
You just told me to go look.
You and your son. I got a G against both of y'all. Y'all said they gonna get swept. Put your money on it right now. Put your money on it right now. Put your money on it right now. I took Damo money. I take y'all's money too. I took Damo money. I take y'all money too.
If they play Bam and Cody Zeller, it will be a sweat. But Spo is not dumb enough.
I took Damo money. I take y'all money too.
I agree with him. I agree. I agree with him.
That's what we're doing.
If they start Cody Zeller and Bam for the remainder of the series, it is a sweep. But I don't think they're going to do that.
Spo is not dumb enough to do that.
Spo's not dumb enough.
Them boys don't want to put that bread on. Them boys just talking.
No. Let's be no. Time on ticket.
You said it was easy work. You said it was going to be a sweep. And when we started the stream,
I said if Cody Zeller is starting next to Bam.
At the beginning of the stream, you said it was going to be a sweep. You said this is over with 4 games. I heard you.
Oh yeah.
All Ron got to do is rewind the tape.
But if
you think it's going to be a sweep, just put 1,000 on it right now. And Lo, you know I got the money. We print money, baby. You know I got the money.
Do you think Miami's going to win? Yes or no?
No. You said they're going to
do. You think Miami's going to win? Yes or no?
I'll make it better for you. Hey, Lo, I'll make it better for you, Lo. I'll send Ron $5,000 right now in his cash app. We could put 5 G's. They don't get swept.
Do you think that Miami's going to win?
Hey, Ron, you put your phone up on the screen. Hey, Ron, you put your phone up on the screen and show the money I sent to you right now.
Lo, let's put 5,000. Do you think they're going to get swept?
Are they getting swept, Lo? Are they getting swept? I will send Ron the money right now.
I think they're going to get swept. I think they're going to get. No. I'm answering the question right now. I think they're going to get swept. I want to put money on it, but they're definitely going to win.
That nigga say they gonna get swept.
So
you
do you think they're
low?
Do you
Tell
think
the
they're
truth,
gonna
low.
win?
You think they gonna get swept?
Do you think? I think they're gonna get swept. But I'm not gonna put money on it.
So hold on. You don't think they're gonna get one game? Hold on, low. You don't think Miami's gonna get one game?
No, I don't.
Okay, let's put it low. Let's put that money up there.
So do you think they're gonna win though? Who do you think is gonna win?
Yeah. No, I'm saying no. I'm saying I know they're not getting swept.
I'm asking you a question. Do you think Miami's gonna win?
Hey, Lo, I'm gonna tell you why this is a bad bet for you, Lo. Because anything can happen.
Okay, see, that's the reason why I would never put money up on the sweep.
No, Lo. You my boys. This is what I'm saying to you, Lo. This is what I'm saying to you because I like you, Lo. I rock with you heavy.
That's why I would never put money up on the sweep. You don't believe.
Hold on, Lo. All I'm trying to prove is a point to you. You don't believe that they gonna get swept, Lo. You think it's gonna hold on. You really think better truth to these people. You really think it's gonna be 5 or 6. You don't think they're gonna get swept. You just saying that based off your emotions right now.
All right, fine. Let's say it's 5. Do you think it's gonna end in 5?
No, I'm saying that they ain't getting swept. I think they still gonna win.
No. Okay, so put money on that then. Who's gonna win?
Oh no, I ain't finna, bro. They got injured players. I'm not finna put the money on that. Did they win the series? I'm putting them. Hold on, Lo. I'm putting them money on low. Y'all,
it don't matter how many games. It don't matter how many games. It don't matter.
They missing multiple players due to injury. So
but you still think they're gonna win though.
No, I'm saying, no. Y'all said they're gonna get swept. I'm betting you they don't get swept.
I'm not taking that bet because anything can happen. But if you think they're gonna win, regardless of the injured players, put money.
Oh, and what did we push then? You still my boy. We push. That's cool.
So you're not gonna put money on that.
We push it.
You're not gonna put money on that. Because at that point, it don't matter. It don't matter about the games. It don't matter about the games. If they can win in 5, 6, 7, it don't matter. It don't matter.
Hey, Lo, I'm not betting on no dude with 3 ball spots that's coming off the bench behind Bam. I'm sorry. I'm not betting on Cody Zeller.
We gotta move on.
Wait. Oh, wait, just real quick, Rod. They took 19 considered open shots last night, and they shot 6 for 19 on open shots as Denver. They were not, and I rewatched some of the shot selection as well while we were talking. They were getting wide open shots. They were just missing their shots.
So that could be nerves too, right? Because I know they missed some of those.
But this is me addressing this. They play great defense, bro. Jimmy did what I think. I didn't even think Jimmy was going to do this. He was helping one pass away 2 or 3 times in last night's game. They were switching way too much. It was a point where they had Highsmith and Vincent on Jokic, so they had to help in that situation. So they switched too much, and they were leaving people open. And then in transition, again, MPJ took like 2 threes in transition that he should not have taken. But though they had open looks, they just missed them. They missed open looks.
Hey, Mr. Mads, I see you in the comment section. Brush your teeth, man.
Yo, we gonna double back to all of this when we get into these super chats. I promise you we are doing super chats next. But before we do that, I want to point out the fact that you guys know that this show is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. It's an app where you can put money on your favorite players and actually win. Unlike Ticket and Low, this is an opportunity where you can actually jump in a contest and really pull the trigger. You guys can put up a stack. You guys can put up 5 and win up to 20 times the money that you put in. Now, I do want to point out that we did have a giveaway. My guy Crooked Cat won 400. We will be doing another one on Monday. You guys stay tuned. Make sure you're in the show early so I can tell you what you have to do to win that 400. Crooked Cat will also come up here. He'll tell you guys why he won, how he won, and what he's going to put his money on. I do want to also show this graphic. This is for game 4. We're doing a player's choice special only. You only get access to this if you've clicked that link at the top of the chat, put in the promo code the panel, and you will get special access to this. All Jamal Murray has to do in game 4 is score 1 point. You guys see that 0.5? All he has to do is go higher than 1 point, or you can choose lower if you so choose. But
Ron, I got to make an adjustment. Kevin Love is not hurt. Kevin Love did a pregame press conference interview and said that he was taken out of the rotation. They asked him why he didn't play versus Boston. He said because the coach wanted to go small. He said that yesterday in the interview going into this game. So he's not hurt. That's just Eastpo not playing him. He said that he's ready to go. He said, look, that's the thing. Eastpo got to play him, bro. I know Eastpo's thinking like, damn, I can't. No, you got to play this guy. To me, I would play Kevin Love over.
He did the same thing against Atlanta. He did the same thing against Atlanta, and they got dominated on the backboard. He did the
No.
If
But I don't care about that. Hold on,
case,
Chill. Here's the thing.
if he's actually healthy, then he needs to play. He needs to play.
Yeah, I don't care about that, Chill. I only care about Kevin Love body being on the court because he can do.
That's what I'm saying. He didn't play him against Atlanta, and they got dominated on the backboard.
Right. Yeah. He to me, he bring more than Cody Zeller because he can hit the open shot and he can still rebound to a decent level to where that will help you on the board. You understand what I'm saying? And he's
I agree with that.
And he's good at taking charges. I like him and Lowry out there to be able to take charges on some of those guys. So they're really good at that. But I just think Spo got demolished last night coaching. Now I got to give Low that. Mike Malone did a hell of a job with that game plan last night. They went right to
Jokic?
Huh? No, I'm saying Mike. No, Mike Malone. Because remember, even when Jokic was in there, when they just threw the ball straight in the post to what's the boy Jeff Green? He just went right to the jump hook. Like I hadn't seen Jeff Green playing like that in a while. They had it in their game plan to post those dudes up.
That was a nasty shot.
All right, y'all. I'm about to segue into these super chats. Also,
no, wait, we did win last night though, right? On the underdog pick because we picked Jokic for the triple double. I tried to tell Mars he I
agreed with this. I think he'll get, but I think the rebounds will be a bit shaky. But he's like 10.
He stood in there long enough to get the 10, dog. Exactly. He got that trip.
I saw it coming. I knew that those rebounds were gonna be a bit iffy.
Yeah, man. He stood in there just long enough to get that trip.
Yeah, he had to get his stat pad in. He had to.
You got to get the stat pad in there, man.
I think he's going to average a triple double. To be honest with you, I said that yesterday, and I'm standing on it.
Yeah, he probably will against this team.
All right, from the top, Indoor Voices said, more knowledge, Nick Wright, Stephen A, or Skip Bayless.
More knowledgeable.
Low.
That is true.
I don't really pay attention to any of them. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess
it's
Stephen
like
A.
dumb and dumber. I don't.
Wow.
I don't watch these talk shows. So.
K-Tube said Denver.
Who Nick Wright is for like if I seen.
I think Nick Wright ain't bad.
I don't think he's terrible. I don't. I don't think he's terrible.
Josh Smith, your king. That's why.
Nick Wright is egregiously bad. He's
bad.
Egregiously bad.
I think Nick Wright said Luka Doncic was one of the 20 best players of all time.
He put Jokic and Ja Morant on the same tier.
That's not true.
Nick Wright has like really, really bad ones, but when it's not really bad, it's not that bad.
Right.
Yeah,
but he just says it in a way that makes it seem like it makes sense. But
y'all about to make me agree with Ticket. The problem that with Nick Wright is that everything that he praised LeBron for over the past 3 to 4 or 5 years was applicable to Jokic, and for whatever reason, he just decided not to use that same logic.
Right. He's egregiously bad. You don't want to agree with me, dog?
Oh my
God! Y'all be showing y'all hate, man. That man said, "Damn, I gotta agree with Chicken." Y'all be showing y'all hate, boy.
He should not be on TV. He should not. Matter of fact, none of them really should be on TV. They're terrible.
Moving along,
no better than all three of them dudes.
Facts. I am.
Are they terrible because y'all don't agree with them?
No, they're factually incorrect. Factually incorrect.
I don't listen to them because they don't really talk about basketball.
Years ago.
K-Tube said Denver dominated first half, but came back to earth second half. Good defensive adjustments from Miami, just couldn't knock down shots, and of course, no Hemi.
That loser out there got to show up at some point.
He ain't lying, bro.
He go 0 for 2 in the finals. Big loser.
Hey, D-Wade would never go out like that.
Never.
Nah, he has. D-Wade went down 0-2 in the finals before. You forgot?
And they won that series, by the way.
Yeah, and they came back and won 4 straight. So,
and he turned up and did what? He turned up and did what?
We seen him lose the first 2.
I'm talking about the way he was playing.
Go look at the first 2 games in that series.
Quick question.
I'm going to go back and watch the game because I'm not going to go look at the stats.
I ain't telling you the stats. Go back and watch the game. It was the last 4 games he turned up.
Quick question, Ticket. If Jimmy was to play how he's playing now,
you can't look at the stats.
I'm just let you know.
Oh, Jimmy play how he's playing now. He gets swept.
You guys hear me? Hello.
Yeah.
Question: If Jimmy, let's say Jimmy plays how he's playing now, but Bam plays well and the Heat start shooting better. Let's say somehow they're
getting swept.
Wait, listen though. Let's say the Heat wins. Would you still say Jimmy's
going to win because, listen, they're not going to win because those guys.
Saying hypothetical. It's a hypothetical.
No, I'm saying they can't win that. Hold on, let me say this to you. Let me say this to you. They can't win that way.
The answer is yes.
The team is not orchestrated.
I'm not saying they could. It's a hypothetical. I'm just saying. Let's say Bam carries wins.
Oh no, I said he has to be the Finals MVP. No, I said he has to be the Finals MVP.
Okay. He has to be the Finals MVP.
He has to be and listen, they can't win unless Jimmy do what he do. He orchestrate for everybody else pretty much. He lead the whole team and assists all that stuff. So come on, bro.
Ticket logic was based solely on the fact that them winning the NBA championship off the strength of Jimmy Butler.
I will get ready for that ticket because I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, Bob, you already know. He's gonna get this cooked today. That's what I liked about Chilltown. Chilltown cooked his ass hard the last time, and then he stepped up and did what he had to do in game 7. You know what I'm saying? In that last series. But he should get cooked again today for last night, bro. We not cooking him enough. I'm hearing everybody give him a pass, except for Lowe. Dub ain't said nothing. Mars ain't.
They know he losers.
Dub already quit on this team.
They know he a loser.
I already acknowledge Jimmy Butler.
They know he a loser.
They need you, Dub. Don't give up on them.
Right, Dub? You know he a loser, right, Dub?
Nah, Lowe's being nasty with that.
He about to be 0-2 in the finals.
I mean, Jimmy Butler is the loser. I mean,
he's 0-2 in the finals.
Well, no, the nasty part about it is if this was KD or Braun or any of those other dudes at the top of the level that had 14 last night on what? 14 last night. Bro, they will be destroying these dudes, bro. Jimmy Jimmy get to go under all this radar. He get to talk all this shit he talk, all the antagonizing he do, and then go under the radar. When he play like this, man, ain't no way in hell, man.
Because they're better than him.
No, I don't know.
On to the next super chat. Tay Luke said, Ticket and Damo, walk back those Bam takes. The third best center set the tone. While we needed an APB for Jimmy and Jrue.
I said that.
I assume AD is
my man. We said that yesterday. I said Bam was gonna eat. Did I not say that, Chilltown?
Yes, you did.
He just did it in a different way to what Ticket said, but he did eat.
Dog.
The most
and he got to keep doing this too.
Yeah, I mean, I think Denver lived with the fact he took like 400 shots to score. Like
they'll live with the fact that he took 25 shots to get to 26 points,
and he was 13 for 25. He was 52% from the floor. It wasn't like he was
right.
This is actually a perfect time to explain this. That is bad offense.
That's not
today's
efficient.
league.
Just so you know,
in today's league, that's bad offense.
That's the
point. Him not getting to the free throw line, and obviously he doesn't shoot threes. Him taking 25 shots and only making 13, equating for 26 points. That's 52% effective field goal percentage, 52% true shooting. That's inefficient in today's NBA.
That's inefficient. That's bad offense.
That's how the game works. That's
Considering the shots that he was getting, not only considering the shots that he was getting, considering when he was getting them, that's bad offense today. That's nuts. But I understand.
That's why you need to get those easy looks around the rim.
26 points on 25 shots is kind of.
Yeah,
no, it's not. It's bad. That's bad.
26 points on 25 shots is bad if it's 7 for 25 and you went to the strike 14 times.
But it didn't look bad. It didn't look bad last night because of how he played. It didn't look bad. It looked like
I'm not saying he played badly. I'm just saying Denver lived with that.
If you're looking at the stat line, and you see 13 for 26, and you got 26 points and you took 25 shots. If you're just looking at the stat line, of course you're going to be like, well, this was bad.
But the refs did see though.
If you see the shots that he was getting good shots. I think he was in the mid post. I think he was in the mid range. He was getting really good shots last night, and he converted on more than half of them. But
it is by design.
For Bam.
They just
let him have it.
Yeah, that's what I'm not saying Bam played poorly or Bam didn't play well. Denver will live with Bam.
How many fouls Jokic had last night, Lo?
One or two?
Yeah, 1 or 2.
He should have had 3 or 4 easy. All that shit he was getting away with. That's all right. Go ahead, Ron.
He 100% fouled Duncan Robinson. I don't know how that was cool.
He did that, but I love how you're not acknowledging.
He ran over Cody Zeller, just threw him under the basket.
I don't think that was a foul.
I love how you're ignoring how Bam got in foul trouble though, because he had 4 fouls and 2.
No, I told you that would be a problem. Go ahead, Ron. I told you there'd be a problem with Bam's foul trouble.
Double P said Jimmy Butler over Dwayne Wade aging like milk. All I know is that 06 Wade not dropping an A game 1 on the biggest stage with only 13 points.
What did he have game 1 against the against Dallas?
28.
On what? On what shooting?
52.
Okay. And they lost the first 2 games, right?
Yes, they did.
They lost game 1 and game 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll see.
But he didn't. But like he said, he wouldn't go. He wouldn't put up just 13 or 16 points
All
like
right,
that.
all right, that's
Like
no
that
problem.
loser did last night. Yeah.
That's no problem. Hey, that's
I'm pretty sure
Low.
D-Wade
Hey,
played
Low.
bad game
You
two.
right. Hey, Low. You right, Low. He's a loser. You right. So is Jokic right now. He ain't won shit.
Jokic is a loser too.
Yeah, he ain't won shit.
He's a less of a loser than him.
This is nasty.
You got that gonna lie, Low.
Wait a minute. Why is Joker a loser? He never been here before.
That's the point. That's the point. Grill Town. He ain't never been before.
So Chris Paul wasn't a loser up until 2021.
All them years he's getting his ass kicked. What you mean?
In the finals? I mean, ain't that what we talking about?
Okay,
so wait a minute. So let me make sure I'm clear. So if he wins this time,
yep, he's a winner.
Even though all them years he was losing.
Yes.
He won
That's
one
how
time.
this works.
Yeah,
You're
a loser until you win.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Grill Town.
Okay,
Is Dirk Nowitzki a winner or loser?
These guys lost more than they won, so they're losers. All of them.
Oh, man.
So is Michael Jordan? Is
You are-
LeBron?
don't-
Is LeBron?
Don't even say that.
Is LeBron a
Is
loser?
LeBron a loser?
Dub, you brought it up, Dub, because you're the one who said it about Jordan. Jordan is a loser. He lost more than he won.
Is LeBron a loser? Is LeBron a loser?
Is LeBron?
Is LeBron James a loser?
Yes. Y'all can laugh all y'all want, but according to y'all, so all of the time getting up to this, I'm a loser, but then I win once, even though I've lost all the other times. I'm now
Except
a
for
winner
Bill
because
Russell.
I won one time. So
everyone except Russell Celtics is just losers.
Yeah.
Like John,
Actually, I see
Sam Jones is like
I see
the
the
only
point
other
Chill
guy.
is making.
Hey, yo.
I
agree
with that.
I like that he called LeBron James a loser. I like that.
If you're gonna call somebody a loser, just be a winner just because they won one time and dismiss everything is like it's just weird to me. I do
Hey,
it.
Once you win,
When you win on the biggest stage, that's what makes you a winner.
yeah.
Phil,
Once
you see that comment?
You lost more times than you won, so they're all.
Phil,
losers.
you see that
That's what
comment?
Phil's saying.
They said Chill Town
agree,
talking to Scottie Pippen. Phil, man, you done, dog. You're done.
I didn't hear any of that. Well, go ahead, keep going, Ron.
Oh man.
Moving along.
Everyone's a loser.
except Bill
Except for
Russell,
Bill Russell.
Patrick
Except
McCaw,
Bill
Sam
Russell.
Jones.
Havlicek.
Adam Morris.
Havlicek played a long time after that. Maybe I don't know if he won more than he lost.
He got 8. So
Robert Horry.
Yeah, but he also played a long time
Yes, he did.
beyond that as well. So
I'm just going. I'm going off the logic of, again, all the way up to that, all the way up to this point, you've been losing. That's what you dudes just told me. All the way up to this point, you've been losing, and the fact that you now win one time, you're now a winner. Even though all of the times up to this point, you've lost.
Okay, let's redefine it. On the biggest stages, on a biggest stage of them all. Like
Now that's different.
Like you said,
That's different.
I mean, like you said, Chill, you got to see it on a biggest stage.
I do.
So
I do.
If on the biggest stage,
That's
Jimmy
different.
Butler go 0-2, he's a loser.
That's fair.
Isn't Robert?
So that wait, that's
Horry
fair?
too, though?
Why is that fair, Chill?
You just said it on the biggest. If you need to see it on the biggest stage, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're taking all of that other stuff out. That doesn't matter.
Sure.
We're basically we're just going off the biggest stage.
Mhm.
Jimmy Butler is a loser.
and LeBron James too.
Yes.
And Robert Horry, right?
Perfect.
No, Robert Horry never lost on the biggest stage, so he's a winner in that context.
Yeah.
LeBron James is a loser in every context.
He's a loser, and LeBron is, oh man.
I just want to say, guys, I'm trolling. I don't agree with this. I'm just joking.
Hey, nah, you up here with us now.
That part will get clipped out. Don't worry.
Yeah, don't you dare worry. You up here with us now.
I'm just trolling, guys.
Dub gonna do you bad.
I don't do the panel anymore. Stop doing that.
Hey.
I don't do it.
The people saying LeBron isn't a loser are nerds. He's a loser. Sorry. Carry on.
MP13 said, I need ticket to cook Jimmy for last night. To let Bam shoot 25 shots while he stood around and drifted on the offensive end was embarrassing. He might be a fake tough guy. He looked completely disengaged.
Not a fake tough guy. In the NBA Finals, dog. He's not a fake tough guy. It's just that Jimmy gets into these modes where he thinks that he's psychologically letting everybody get involved and all this other stuff. He just need to play ball, man. Straight up. That's all there is to it, man. Last night was one of those nights he just felt like, oh, yeah, well, let me let everybody else get confidence. No, you got to go out here and take it. And that's just what it is. But Jimmy's not a fake tough guy, bro. Fake tough guy don't get to 2 NBA Finals in 4 years. Fake tough guy don't get to 3 conference finals in 4 years. Fact, fake tough guy don't get through. Fake tough guy don't run through the #1 overall seed and then go through the Boston Celtics the way they did in a Game 7 in Boston. You don't do that.
The Suns hired. The Suns are planning to hire Frank Vogel.
Frank Vogel.
Wow.
Crazy eye Frank Vogel. All these coaches with these crazy eyes getting hired.
So I mean, I guess that means that that means Doc is out of the league.
No, Doc's not out of the league. Doc will be all right.
There's no more
Who still has a vacancy?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nobody has a vacancy.
No, I'm saying no. Somebody will want to come up.
Man, who did it? Raptors
Yeah. No, I'm saying one come up though. Don't worry. I know you wanted to say that, Lo. Want to come up though. Doc is
sponsor this.
Well, once the Celtics fire Joe Mazzulla, like
they're not gonna fire him. They're
not firing him. Just all his assistant coaches. All his assistant coaches.
I was trolling.
Sco, y'all know how we was talking about the Raptors? What they do? They interviewed JJ, right?
Who they hired?
JJ and Steve Nash.
But did y'all hear about? I was listening to it earlier. JJ was saying that the Celtics were trying to get him on the staff just as an assistant for Joe Mazzulla.
Who?
JJ Redick. They were trying to do that. Now with this is what JJ said. I was just listening to it earlier. He was saying that when they fired Ime and Joe Mazzulla got the job, he said he was knowing what was going on because they were trying to get him on the coaching staff. So is that something that's been out there? Like everybody knew about this already, or am I late on it, or what?
I didn't know. That's news to me. I think that I hope they don't do that. I just think that Boston clearly just needs experienced coaches. They need somebody who has because the way that team executes or the lack thereof execution was really their problem, and they need more experienced coaches. They're running through rookie coaches and rookie assistants. I don't like that at all. But shout out to
they want to keep it in house though. I think that's what they want to do.
I mean, I guess, but still, they need more experience. Shout out to Vogel, man. I mean, Kevin Durant will never win a ring again with Vogel as a coach, but I mean, shout out to him.
That's who the Suns hired, Frank Vogel.
Yep.
Just hired him.
They should have just kept Monty at that point, but you know, it is what it is.
No, I'm happy with
They
Monty.
should have got D'Antoni. They should have got D'Antoni.
They would still never win if they had D'Antoni, but sure, fine.
I think they would have got D'Antoni. It would have been nice with D'Antoni. I would have liked that.
So what's the last job that hasn't been filled?
Raptors.
Hey Ron, look into my eyes.
I think Doc Rivers would be good on the Raptors.
Oh no!
Look who got other men in their avatars now, man. That's crazy.
Hey yo, dog. Grill Town.
Grill
Town make the dinner plan.
Dub. Pascal Siakam would have no. Pascal Siakam being coached by Doc Rivers.
I think Pascal should leave though. His time. I think his time is coming to an end. Because Raptors as a whole, I think they just need.
How many years is it on his contract?
Like two more. Pascal Siakam.
What team does Pascal move the needle for?
According to Wikipedia, Frank Vogel is an American professional basketball coach.
We already know who he is. That's not the problem. We don't need to know that. We already know who Frank Vogel is, lady. Siri, help us out here.
Go ahead, Ron. I'm sorry, Ron. Go ahead, man.
Who's on Siri? Who?
Ticket. It was Ticket.
Yeah.
Pascal can help a lot of teams out as like a number 2 or 3 guy. Like Dallas, I think he'll be good in Dallas.
Dallas is actually never really gonna.
Yeah, I like him in Dallas.
What do they have to give up for him though?
No, I'm just saying,
Kyrie Irving.
Yeah. Kyrie.
Oh no!
They're not doing that.
Pascal's best as a third option. Pascal, yeah, he's not a second option on the.
I don't see where he goes where like he moves the needle.
Ticket is that your key to success? You know how Lo be having basketball reference printed up. You be muting the mic and then asking Siri.
All right, so let's continue to move on in these super chats. Pimp named Slickback said, "I know Lo gonna be cooking Ticket today. Talk that talk, Lo."
Not really to cook. I mean, I'm just right. So I mean, I'm just taking it out the oven. Let this Jokic take slow marinate. Y'all gonna take it one way or another. Pause.
You ain't saying anything about Jokic that was crazy anyway. So I mean,
for you and I being intelligent ball knowers for sure, but Giannis better than Jokic offensively. I'm sorry, T. I'm chill. You gonna have to eat them.
No, if I'm sitting here listening, and I have to walk back the fact that I said that Giannis is a better offensive player than Joker, which I did have to walk that back. You better walk back that Jrue Holiday is not a better defender than Michael Jordan. You better walk that.
Oh, I never said that. I said
no. You said Jrue Holiday could guard Michael Jordan.
You said that Jrue Holiday could guard Michael Jordan. I'm waiting for that to get walked back.
Why can't he?
Even though Jimmy Butler put almost 40 on him in the series.
Okay. He wouldn't. I would assume if he had a better coach, he wouldn't do single coverage.
So it's coaching now.
Yeah.
So the size difference. The size difference means nothing to you.
So or the fact that or the fact that with the coaching he's going to get jumped. So 1-on-1, even though that's what defense is, that's what Jrue Holiday did. You're telling us that Jrue Holiday is a better defender, not a better defender, that he wouldn't get cooked by Michael Jordan like Jimmy Butler did him. Because why?
Because he would receive help.
Well, that doesn't mean he could guard him because somebody's helping him.
Well, if that's the case, no, I don't. If y'all thought I meant 1-on-1, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like.
No. Okay. I didn't mean 1-on-1. But if the argument was, because the argument stemmed from the GP logic, where I thought that he's a better defender than GP, and y'all said that GP guarded Michael. That's where it came from, and that's why
I never said that Jrue Holiday was a better defender than GP. I never said
that. I'm saying that.
Low saying,
and then the logic was that GP defended Michael Jordan. And I was saying that, Jrue Holiday could have done that as well. The difference is y'all think that for whatever reason, GP was isolating on, or Michael was ISOing on GP, and GP was stopping MJ on the ISO. But that wasn't the case. GP was receiving help almost every single time Michael Jordan touched the ball.
Right. That's why he laughed. Say Jrue Holiday could have done the same thing.
Jrue Holiday could have done that.
That's why he laughed in the documentary.
Let me ask y'all a quick question about what old boy just said about Vogel. Y'all think Vogel's gonna help out with the big fellow over there in Phoenix?
He's not gonna be there anymore. He's gone.
He's not gonna be. I think you're gonna trade him regardless. They have to fill out. They have to fill out the rest of their roster. That roster is so thin that they can't have that much money tied up with just one player. They just can't.
Well, chill. You letting that rock? You letting this Gary Payton and Jrue Holiday rock?
He ain't got no other choice but to let it rock.
Hold on. When we talking about Gary Payton, in that specific series, Lo, you are correct. He was getting help from other people in that specific series. But 1-on-1 as a defender, Jrue Holiday is not a better 1-on-1 defender than Gary Payton.
Yeah, you sick, Lo.
That's not true. And that's here's the difference. You're going off this specific series. You're going off this specific series where Gary Payton was getting help from Nate McMillan. He was getting help from other guys on the weak side. Eric Snow, who was playing in that series, he was getting help like that. But with that being said, when we're talking about a guy who 1-on-1, Gary Payton, his point of attack, Gary Payton, how physical he is. I think he's a better defender than Jrue Holiday. I'm not even talking about the numbers. I'm just talking about from a standpoint of just being a bigger guard, not much bigger, but a bigger, more physical guard. I think his hands are busier. I think he creates more turnovers than Jrue Holiday. I think he's a better 1-on-1 player on the perimeter specifically than Jrue Holiday. And I think he's a more versatile defender than Jrue Holiday. And I think he's a better point of attack defender than Jrue Holiday.
So to you, it's not even close. It's not even close between.
No, it's not close.
Well, all those
I'm not saying it's not close. I ain't saying it's not close.
No, it's not close. Chilltown, don't do that. It's not close. Jimmy Butler just told him, "I own you." Ain't nobody ever telling Gary Payton that.
Michael Jordan would have told him that they were single coverage.
He didn't back it up. Jordan had one of his worst statistical series as far as
finishes. Coverage. It wasn't. He was getting doubled.
Gary Payton did the best damn job I've seen anybody do on Mike. Cut it out.
I saw Joe Dumars do a better job.
I'm about to say Joe Dumars did a better job.
And let's take the single coverage. That remember too, we're talking about it. We're talking about a time where single coverage was going on a lot more. I mean, it wasn't going on as much in the finals because they had.
Damn, Grill Town, you got the after effect of Joe Mazzulla going on.
What?
He had the freeze, the Joe Mazzulla freeze going on.
Oh, you said your camera
Mazzulla's Mazzullin. Your camera froze up. Is it froze down?
No. I think it's just you. Continue, Chitchat. I think it's just
go ahead. You froze up.
So during Gary Payton's tenure, I mean, there was a lot of one-on-one coverage going on, and Gary Payton held his own on the regular.
Against who?
Against the better point guards in the game. Not only against
name
the better
them.
point guard,
Just name
Stockton.
them.
Man,
Stockton, not a score. Okay, who else?
Wait. Scoring isn't all this.
Hey, he used the same shit with Jokic. Tell the truth.
Scoring isn't what this is all about. But he held his own against Stockton. He held his own against Mark Price. He held his own against Penny Hardaway. He held his own against Jason Kidd. He held his own against these point guards, Kevin Johnson. He held his own against all of these guys. So because he held his own against these guys, you're not going to be able to stop anybody. When I say stop him, I mean completely shut a guy down, but you're going to make it difficult on him. So Gary Payton, again, with his point of attack, not only his point of attack, the way he kept the ball away from guys and threw guys off rhythm, and how physical he was with guys, creating turnovers. That's what Gary Payton did the most. The idea that Jrue Holiday could do it as effectively as Gary Payton did it, no, I'm not saying that.
Well, he could if he had the privilege to hand check and be physical and actually use his size to his advantage like they did back in the day. He also could if he was going up against players who could dribble with their left hand like as good as like Steph Curry and Damian Lillard. Yeah, of course. Like those players are not as offensively talented as what we've seen right now. The rules that were set in place back then were more defensive leaning. This is what y'all told me. So unless y'all are lying these past couple of years, this is what y'all told me. So because there was hand checking, because you can be physical, because those players are not as offensively talented as they are right now, then no. To sit here to say that just simply he was able to force turnovers, yeah, he was able to be more physical than Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday has to find a way to defend Steph Curry without getting physical. That's a much more difficult task than what Gary Payton is doing to John Stockton.
Man, come on.
Even if
stop playing with me, man.
I kind of low. That's wait. My bad. Because I think you're being nasty.
He's being really nasty. He's being disgusting. And the reason why he's being disgusting because he's talking about a guy dribbling with his left hand. Like Jason Kidd didn't dribble with his left hand. Like Mark
I said as good. I said as good as the players in today's
That's
game.
not the point. Like Kenny Anderson couldn't dribble with his left hand. Kenny Anderson couldn't dribble with his left hand. Mark Price couldn't dribble with his left hand going downhill.
I didn't say they couldn't. I never said they couldn't. Even if who are better ball handlers right now? We're back.
Even if Steph Curry is dribbling with his left hand and he's as good of a ball handler and he can't be as physical, he still has to defend. Who
has better ball handlers right now or back then?
I think Kenny Anderson is just as good a ball handler as anybody is today.
I'll ask the question again. Who have better ball handlers this era of basketball or back then?
They do more today.
Okay. So
don't do that, Chill Town. It's bad, bro.
That doesn't mean they're harder to guard, though. Just because you dribble the ball better doesn't mean you're harder to guard.
Where y'all say these dudes know how to handle the ball, man?
Wait.
Chill Town, you a turncoat. You a turncoat. No shame to you, Chill Town. You a turncoat. All them legends gonna look at you and remember you said foolishness, man.
So are you saying players were better ball handlers back then?
Rod Strickland. The list goes on. Hold on.
Rare occasions.
Wait.
It's not just the ball handling. It's also the fact that there are rules set in place that limits what players defensively can do in today's game.
That I can get
behind. So if you're telling me, I get that, but if you're telling me that they're better ball handlers now, they're better on-ball scorers, especially from the guard position now, and I also have less rule. I have less. There's more rules to restrict me as a defender. What are we talking about?
That's what I want to ask because nowadays is less for the defender to do, but more for the offensive player to do. So if you stand as a defender today, to me that's more props to you.
This is what y'all told me, though. This is what y'all told me.
No, you know what? I'm gonna bring up something. Oh my bad.
Hold on. Because my thing is, I understand if you say GP is better. I think it's close, but when people make it seem like it's not even close, is what I don't get it because you guys even admit today is no defense being played because the NBA created rules that limits the defense. and they, even with the carrying in the 3 steps, they allow more movement for the offensive player. So for somebody to stand on defense today, to me, that's more impressive because it's less going your favor, and you're still able to stand as a defender.
Low, you nasty, man. Low, just disrespect this.
Let me ask you
just explain why it's harder to defend today.
I need because Low.
Yeah,
I agree
ironically,
this
explains why it's harder to defend today.
Yes,
that's what
they can carry.
Man, Low, we just like Jalen Brown. Talking about better ball handling stick, man.
And this is gonna question your consistency, right? Where do you have Bill Russell ranked as a defender all time?
Let's go.
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to Low.
I got the second best defender of all time.
Okay. Do you see how conflating that is? Because I remember what you do all the time.
Which is?
If we're going to rank guys on who they are, we're going to rank them on what they did relative to their era, right? Okay. So what you're doing right now with Jrue Holiday to promote this point, which I agree with. I do agree with that way of thinking. But you're error taxing Jrue Holiday for the error he's coming up in and error taxing Gary Payton. But for a guy like Bill Russell, where they could just camp in the lane and be shot.
He still altered Wilt Chamberlain's production rather consistently in the
postseason. But it's still easier for him to play defense compared to like a Hakeem, compared to a KG.
Why?
Because he could just sit down on the
paint. Wait. I said Hakeem is one though. So Hakeem is one.
Hakeem, KG, Olajuwon. Matumbo,
Olajuwon is Hakeem, but
Olajuwon is Hakeem.
Oh, my bad.
Matumbo just stood in the paint.
David Robinson
just stood in the paint. Okay, who else?
Pick people post the.
Yeah, post the rule change. You gotta get the Dwight Howard.
We're talking about Dwight Howard.
Because all those players also just stood in the lane, Dub. Just be clear.
But compared in the 70s, in the 60s,
where there's no shooting at all.
There was no shooting at all, and they were just sitting there camping on the lane.
But who was shooting in the 90s? What big did they have to defend that was shooting?
No, but it was more of a talent pool of bigs as well, and the era. And then we're talking about today's era too.
Oh, that's why I said Hakeem is one. That's why I said Hakeem is one.
What would you say is guys in the past era, due to evolution, that guys in today's era would just be naturally better defenders? So Bill Russell being top 2 in your opinion, Tim Duncan as well. I forgot about Duncan. Top 2 in your opinion.
And Duncan,
that's inconsistent.
But the problem with Duncan is that even some of his assignments, he really wasn't defending him. Like he wasn't defending Dirk. That was actually Bruce Bowen. He didn't defend Dirk.
That's
he didn't defend.
You talking about the talent pool of the 60s, bro? Come on. Wilt
Chamberlain? Like, come on, stop, man.
Low. You're bringing up one name.
That's the player he kept dominating.
You criticize.
Nate Thurman.
Nate Thurman wasn't.
Nate Thurman wasn't an offensive.
That's 2 players, though. I didn't
like that guy. Jack. Low is getting cooked right now. Low is getting cooked.
But wait. In all seriousness, though, you know what I'm doing, though. You know what I'm doing because the logic of like the players in today's game don't have no competition at a certain position, and they can't be as good as other players.
And that's
so then the argument.
But Low, that's the thing. I agree with you wholeheartedly with a lot of what you're saying. My issue is you're not applying that to everything.
Well, let me reveal the curtains real quick. I'm trolling. However, I wanted to be clear. The argument of that if the argument that they're going to use in these conversations about what players could or couldn't do in certain eras, by that logic, by default, Jrue Holiday would have to be a better defender than Gary Payton.
I agree.
By default.
I agree.
Simply by default. Kawhi Leonard, by default, would have be a better defender than Scottie Pippen.
Because he could hand check and he could be more physical.
Because he can hand check, be more physical, and there's way better offensive players in today's game than there were back then. Matter of fact, the best offensive wing was on Scottie Pippen's team.
Even though if you move Scottie Pippen as the defender that he is, and you took away hand checking, right? If you took away hand checking and you took away being physical, and you just basically had the principles of defending, getting in the passing lane, staying with your hands busy, keeping your feet busy. If you kept the principles, that doesn't diminish Scottie Pippen as a defender at all.
Well, he's not as good as. I'm not saying that.
Not only is he still an elite defender, he's still just as good without the hand checking if not better, than Kawhi Leonard. Because number one, he's more versatile than Kawhi Leonard. Number two, I think he's better on the backboard than Kawhi Leonard. Yes. Number three, he's a better on-ball defender than Kawhi Leonard. Number four, he's a better off-ball defender. That's
defending
the logic.
Who on ball? Is he defending LeBron?
Nobody is defending LeBron.
Is he defending Kevin Durant?
Nobody is slowing down. I'll tell you what he is doing with Kevin Durant. Okay, so let's discuss Kevin Durant.
I'm asking who was he defending in the 90s? Were they as good as LeBron or Kevin Durant?
Let's see. So the small forwards that he was dealing with. No, I'm not, but that doesn't mean that I can't. That's like saying that I can't come to, okay, I wasn't doing work in the 8th grade. That's in the 10th grade. Does that mean that when I get to the 10th grade, I can't do that kind of work? I can absolutely do that. So if Scottie Pippen is coming to 2015, the 1994 Scottie Pippen is coming to 2015, he could do the same thing minus the physicality.
Well, let me actually, you might be different from everybody else. So you probably believe that Jokic, if he played in the 90s, would be dominant, right?
I think Jokic he would do work in the 90s.
Okay. Do you think Steph Curry in the 90s? You think Steph Curry in the 90s?
Hold on for a second, Lo. Ticket, give me legit logic why Joker wouldn't do work in the 90s.
His logic is what I'm saying right now.
Them dudes would have earned his lunch, sucker. Dealing with Ewing, Robinson, Mourning, all them dudes on a regular basis. He got his ass ran out the league like the rest of them European players did.
His argument is answer your question.
If you can answer the question, if you can ask the question for me one more time, so I'm clear. I just want to make sure I'm
clear. We got to wrap this up pretty.
I'll wrap it up. The argument that people like Ticket use is like comp, which is if you want to live by that argument, that's fine. By that argument, though, then Jrue Holiday's a better defender than GP because Jrue Holiday is defending way better comp with less rules that will restrict him defensively. Trying to defend Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James, all these offensive players that are Devin Booker, D-Mid, all these offensive talented players with less rules that will allow you to defend them with less physicality. All those things would make you a better defender because it's better comp with rules that made it harder for you to defend them. If you're using the comp argument, which is fine. If you don't think Jokic is going to be able to score on D-Rob, I mean that's fine. That's fine. But that means that GP would struggle in today's league because he's never had the accountability to defend someone like Steph Curry in his lifetime.
Right.
Never.
So because the competition is better in this era, we're not giving any adjustment period. Not only are we not giving any adjustment.
Well, is he giving adjustment period to Steph Curry and Jokic?
And Jrue Holiday is going to get an adjustment in 1994.
I agree. Me and you agree, Chill. Is Ticket going to give Jokic and Steph Curry and all the other players an adjustment period if they played in the 90s?
Jokic don't need no adjustment period because his game wasn't going to be able to keep up with what they was doing.
Yes, it would. He would have got work. We got Sabonis later. We got Sabonis later on in his career. Sabonis is Joker is basically Sabonis, except better. There's no way that I'm watching Sabonis. There's no way I'm watching Joker thinking to myself that he wouldn't do work against you.
No, you ain't consider Sabonis one of the better big men in the league. He wasn't even one of the best. He wasn't even one of the top 10 big men in the league at that time. What are you talking about?
That's because we got this dude. He was on the other side of his career. He still was great. He still was awesome. So a guy like Joker with his skill set, and not only his skill set, Ticket, your stance is based solely on the fact that you think he's soft, and he is not soft. So Patrick Ewing would not push him around. Lonzo Mourning would not push him around. David Robinson would not push him around.
So Mourning push you around. What are you talking about?
Would not push him around. These dudes would not push Joker around.
Damn lie saying Joe Mourning wouldn't do that, man. Man, stop lying, man. No, hey, Chill. I love you. I love you. Even though you always turn your. I love you. Even though you always turn your. Even though you always turn your. I'm not. Even though you always turn your back on me.
I'm not being a turncoat here, Ticket. I'm not.
You're not gonna lie. No, hold on, Chill. This is what you're not gonna do. You're not gonna lie to these kids listen to the stream and act like Jokic would have been doing this shit to Alonzo in his prime. Alonzo would have been punching that shit to the 15th row. You know it, and I know it. Joe Mourning was something different, dog. And Joe Mourning was built like Joe Morant was built like a slave. So stop playing these games with me, dog. He was built like a slave, point blank, period.
And I'm glad you brought that up. And I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because there's a reason why Joker lost 35 pounds. So he could be in better condition. That's number one. Number two, Joker, like I just said, Ticket, you played in Europe. Joker is from Serbia. You know what's going on in Serbia? Joker is not from Beverly Hills. Joker is not from any place nice. Joker
was running the European players out of here.
So we're talking about a guy in Alonzo Mourning who, as mean as he was, we're talking about a guy in Hakeem Olajuwon, Patrick Ewing, as mean as these guys were, Joker is not backing down to any of them dudes.
Oh, you a damn lie. A damn lie. Hey, this is the truth. Hey, hold on. Hey, Ron, this is the truth, though. Everybody gonna get mad at me for saying this. This is the truth. All them European people you talking about was getting ran out. They weren't even able to come in the league and do damage like that and be at that high level when they played back then. They was getting ran. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's be honest. They had to soften up the rules and take out all the enforcers in the NBA just so those guys can come over here and play.
Hold on for a second, Ron, because what you talking about, Ticket, is nonsense. Because you're gonna sit here and act like Detlef Schrempf wasn't a perennial all-star. You're gonna sit here and act like Tony Kukoc wasn't the sixth man of the year. Like Dirk wasn't doing work. Like all these guys, like Drazen Petrovic wasn't shooting the lights out. Stop it, Ticket. Stop it right now.
Don't make me call your cousin Shaq, fool.
By the way, shout out Detlef Schrempf. I was just sitting courtside next to him at the Seattle Storm game.
They said that Doc Rivers pulled his own name out of the Phoenix Suns head coach race.
Yep.
Which is pretty crazy because that means something crazy has to be going on in Phoenix.
CP3, him and CP3 had beef.
Okay. I mean, maybe, but that's all. But there's also that's the second coach who's removed himself from the Phoenix situation.
Nah, because it's something else. But I'm gonna tell you the one thing it was.
You might be right with the CP3 thing. I thought about that.
That run deep, low.
I wouldn't. To be honest with you, Bob, I would not want that job either. To be honest with you.
And listen, why low? Who's Frank Vogel's staff gonna be? Not only is
roster.
Right. Hold on. That's the thing. And do you have control of who's on the roster?
Yes,
see, with that new ownership, these are the things you got to think about. Who's controlling, who's putting who on that roster, and also who's on your coaching staff. Like, for example, if I was Joe Mazzulla, I quit right now because you know what they get ready to do over in Boston? They get ready to put everybody on his staff, head coaches on his staff, and then he mess up, he is gone. If I'm him, I quit now while I'm ahead. Period.
Phoenix not looking. That's a bad look for Phoenix. For two coaches to pull out of a situation Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse decided
they literally fired Monty for no reason.
Yeah, for no.
Yeah.
It wasn't no reason. No, it wasn't.
Well, not no reason.
There was no reason.
The reason why they fired him is because of new ownership, and a lot of times new ownership they want to go in a different direction. They want their guy in there. So it wasn't because Monty Williams couldn't coach, and it wasn't because he did a bad job or anything like that. It was because they got new ownership and they want their guy in there.
Yeah, that's right. I no reason.
Not no, but yeah.
Not a bad
reason.
That's shaky because if you are like Bob was alluding to, if you are a coach and you go into that situation, I mean, you are coaching a team that has championship aspirations, and you know for a fact the roster is not constructed to win a championship. You don't know where DeAndre Ayton or Chris Paul is going to be either. You don't even know if Kevin Durant's going to be healthy and all. There's so many questions. So for this to be the second coach to pull out of that situation, that means that both Nick Nurse and Doc Rivers probably sat down in an interview, asked the Phoenix Suns front office some questions, and they couldn't answer it, and they say, "Yeah, I'm not about to do that.
I'm out. I'm good."
All right, fellas. We'll double back. We'll talk some more about the Phoenix Suns. We'll talk about some other coaching hires and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But Lo, you had asked a question earlier about our underdog contest that we made yesterday.
Hey,
as you can see, we did take an L. But it wasn't because Jokic didn't get a triple-double, because he did. It wasn't because Jamal Murray didn't go higher than 5.5 assists.
I told y'all about Bam. Y'all didn't listen to me. I said Bam going over. All y'all said under.
Shout out to Bam.
You did say that, Ticket.
I told y'all that yesterday, man.
We would have lost really because of MPJ, though. That's what's really blowing me. MPJ,
which is wild.
And he took enough shots to get 16 points, man. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, right, he took more than enough shots.
What we're going to do is get our vengeance. We're going to get our get back today. Euro, you there? You present? All right, let's go ahead and do it. The first person that we're gonna go with is
who, Jokic?
No.
He said no.
He lost us last night, so we're gonna see if he can win us tonight. Michael Porter Jr. Well, Monday,
Sunday.
we got Sunday. We got points and rebounds, 23.5.
Man, Jesus.
23.5.
Mars, I'm asking you.
Under.
All right, never mind. Mars, you've been hijacked.
My bad. Under. I want to say
lower.
Yeah.
Y'all think it. All right, lower Euro. Points and rebounds. Next, we have Aaron Gordon. Dub, you are the lucky contestant.
Oh, wow, Aaron. You're going to have to be honest with yourself. How many points you putting up, Dub?
We're doing points or we doing
points and rebounds at 19
Oh,
and a half.
man.
Oh man.
Dub, you know what to do.
Dub, don't sell us.
Hey Dub, I'm gonna give you a hint, Dub. I'm gonna give you a hint.
You're gonna tell me to go lower, aren't you?
Hey Dub.
It ain't lower.
I don't think it's lower.
Dub. When you doing the limbo, what you do?
Go lower. I think. Dang, bro.
When you doing the limbo, what you gonna do? You know, Spoke gonna make adjustments.
It's on you, Dub.
That is true.
We're gonna need to go lower.
Points and rebounds.
How low can you go?
19.5. So what? I don't think he's gonna get
5.
I don't think
that's 12 and 7 basically.
I don't think he's gonna get 10 rebounds and then
no.
I don't think they switched anymore.
Wait, it's not. Wait, let me see it again, Euro or whoever.
It's 19.5 points and rebounds.
So he can get 15 points and 5 rebounds.
I don't think he's getting
15.
Nope.
I don't
not getting that low.
15 points.
He's not getting 15 points.
They turn that water off next
I
thing.
think they're gonna make the adjustment. I think they'll have Jimmy Butler on there.
They won't put Gabe Vincent on him anymore. That's switching with
that was not dumb anyways.
Yeah. That's where he got a good chunk of his points in that first quarter and abusing the mismatch. So I don't think he's gonna be replicating that.
All right, y'all. Moving along.
But if he doesn't come through with 15 and 6, you know what I'm saying? Or
that's what I'm saying. 15 and 5.
It's the points. The rebounds I can see, but I don't see the points.
That's what I'll be thinking.
All right, well, Ox, since you got so much to say, you next.
Oh wow.
Okay, cool.
Euro, let's go over to the Miami Heat. Can you scroll down a little bit? A little bit more. Right there.
Oh, that's that's by far the hardest one.
Yeah, Ox. Hey, since you got it, you see Max Strus?
Yeah.
8.5 points.
Higher. For sure.
Higher?
Oh
yeah,
no, Ox.
He already said it, man.
Ox, man, you gonna mess up the money, bro.
8.5 points. He going higher for sure.
He not going higher, bro. His minutes gonna get cut next. Man, come on, bro.
Oh man.
Move along, Ron.
He hasn't hit 20. He only hit 20 throughout this whole postseason run. He only hit that 20 mark twice.
He's not going on
He don't gotta go for 2. He don't gotta go for 20 to have over 8.5 points.
No,
but he's not
rebounds and points. Rebounds and points.
I will say I believe something different.
But he doesn't need a combination of rebound and points to get 19.
I'm telling you,
he's saying combination.
The combination, he only hit it twice.
No,
3 times.
Okay. Who did he face in the conference finals?
No, throughout the whole entire postseason.
I get that. We're gonna run it down. We're gonna run it down. Who we facing in the conference finals? Lakers. First round, Timberwolves. Those are 2 bigger teams. Y'all are not big teams.
The Suns.
And I wonder when did he do it the most? Did he do it most in the Sun series?
He had it in 1 game, and that's it.
Okay, so the one out of 3 times was in a Miami series. Oh, so he did it 6 times now. What are you saying?
No. 1 out of 6 times against the Suns. He only did it once.
Oh no, I was gonna say out of the 3 times he did it, 1 time happened against a smaller lineup in what you call it in the Suns, and another small lineup against Miami.
No. He did it against the Lakers.
Oh, he did? Okay.
He did it against the Lakers, and he did it against the Timberwolves.
Fellas, we got to get on to the next one.
My bad. We're trying to win. I'm not gonna lie. We are trying to win.
Hello,
this is what
Mark.
I do when I bet.
Euro, can you scroll down, please? Let's go ahead and find a good old Nuggets player from Mars.
Somebody said you can't basketball your way through basketball through gambling. Ironically, that's
that's
literally
exactly
what it is.
what you're doing.
Keep scrolling.
That's literally what you're doing. Hey, I see you losing though. It's cool.
Missoula's Missoulin.
Mars. Hey, this is our good old role player slip. You see Kentavious Caldwell Pope? Points and assist. Actually, no. 3-pointers made. 1.5.
Higher.
Oh, hot. Yeah.
W basketball.
Yo, Lo, interesting enough, he actually did it every single game besides game 1 against the Timberwolves. So I'd like
who?
Aaron Gordon.
Oh, what a peak liar right there, boy.
But that helps my point actually, because a bigger lineup is what brought him closer to the basket, which created more opportunities for that.
Oh, so Euro, go ahead and enter 35 for the amount that we're going to put up.
No matter what, you're cooked, bro.
As you guys can see, we're at the times 10 payout. 35 will get us 350. Now, what we're going to do is go ahead and submit this bet at 10 times the payout. And on Sunday, we're going to cash out. At the top of the chat, you guys can see the poll, or you can see it pinned at the top of the chat. Click that link. It will take you to the Underdog app. Use promo code the panel, and you guys can win up to 20 times the amount of money you put in.
Man,
now,
there was no Jokic. There was no Jokic triple double.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Because that should be easy money at that point.
Real quick side note, since we're on the subject.
That's not gonna happen this game, though.
Since we're on the subject of Missoula, Danny Ainge said that Missoula is a better coach than Ime Udoka.
Ainge lost his damn mind when he said that.
What?
He said that. So
Danny Ainge got. Well, I ain't even gonna say. I can't say it.
He said it recently.
Yeah, he said.
That's politics.
He might.
He in his feelings, man. You know what I'm saying?
In fact, though, not only did he say he was a better coach, he said it emphatically. Quote: "There is nobody who doesn't think that Joe Mazzulla is a better coach than Ime Udoka." End quote. He said that.
I mean, that's what happens when you email you know what I'm saying?
You
run around here like the Godfather.
So, anyway, Ron, I didn't mean to hold us up, but I just wanted to put that out there. I thought that was interesting.
All right,
but you know why? You know why he said that, though.
Yes,
of course. It was a vote of confidence. I mean, because that was his man.
No. It was something else, but it was hate.
They're trying to diss. They're trying to diss.
Yeah, they're trying to diss. Yeah, I think it's more. Yeah.
Right.
All right, y'all. Keymon Thomas said Chilltown saying Butler plays similar to MJ was a bad take. Closest league comparison to Jordan is Kawhi.
First of all, I didn't say that. What I said was fundamentally that's how his game is. He doesn't do a lot of extracurricular stuff. That's what I said. I ain't say his game is like Jordan. I mean, I ain't say he played like Jordan. I said fundamentally he got similarities to Jordan. So
why y'all stay putting words in dudes' mouth? They ain't say.
That's what they do. It is what it is.
Man, four coaches for KD in like 2 years. Jesus. That's crazy.
Lonnie Williams said, anytime I saw Vincent on Gordon or Michael Porter Jr., I felt bad. And Low, did you ever find Gordon's DFG percentage?
I'll find it for you, my boy. You told me that last night. Pause? No, that's not a pause.
That is
it's not.
Actually.
No, it's
not.
Yeah. Relax, Low.
That was a force.
My bad, Chad. I was trying to force it.
One time, Steve-O the GOAT said, from what I seen in yesterday's game, correct me if I'm wrong, but Miami missed a lot of threes in the first half. Miscommunication messed them up a lot with defense, and Gordon and Murray was unstoppable.
That's what happens when you got an offense like what Denver has. Miscommunication, a lot of misdirection. It's not like they just weren't doing their job. Yo, that misdirection, it was caused by Denver's offense.
I feel like the Heat could turn it around. Like, they had good looks. It's just maybe first game jitters, first time, but they
got all the experience in the world. What is on?
Stop.
I don't know what that.
But I agree they can turn it around, Shiloh.
Yeah.
Stop, bro.
Lego Rover said, I don't understand how people think Bam was good.
Well,
I think he played well.
Wasn't bad.
Yeah,
What
are you talking about?
Hold on, Ron said that?
Lego Rovers.
Oh.
Wait, what do you mean you don't think he was good? Do you think he was bad? What are we talking about here?
He was good. He was good.
I find it funny how the Bam haters.
He was probably their best player, in my opinion.
Yeah,
he definitely was.
Yeah,
he played
good. He played good. We're just I don't know if he was maybe commenting on what we said about like the offense was bad, like technically that's bad offense, but no, he played good. He made the shots he needed to make. To the dude who asked me about the numbers,
Lonnie Williams
on Lenny, but on Aaron Gordon on Butler this year in the regular season, it was just 2 points, but they only matched up like 7 minutes. They barely played, so not that much reps to go by.
Right.
Next super chat from Agility. He said the Heat need to play K-Love. He can glass clean, and he is a big body that you can put on AG instead of AG just bullying the little guards.
I agree with that.
I agree with that. Over the Cody Zeller. I definitely agree with that.
You got to.
Double P said job not done, but since 2000, where does Jamal Murray rank in all time?
Oh, good question. He almost had
really well this postseason. One of my favorite players to watch.
Look, Ron, stay right there, Ron, because Low been glazing Jokic, but he ain't been talking all this about Jamal Murray, who out here looking like the second coming of you know who. Damn, why I keep them eyes up there like that? They scare me. But yeah, hey, Low, what do you have to say about Jamal Murray's almost triple-double last night? 26, 11 assists, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, something like that, 6 11. Yeah, Murray
26, 10, and 6.
Yeah, hey man, what's up with that, Lo?
He played great. I thought he played great, especially in the opening. The problem is that he
why is it a problem with him and that with Jokic?
I'm about to tell you why.
Go ahead.
Because he didn't close Ticket. That's my problem. He should have closed.
But Jokic didn't open. Murray did.
Whoa, pause.
That's a good pause.
Yo, no, man. What's wrong with y'all dudes, man?
That's a good pause.
Can we talk about basketball? Come on.
No, real talk. Hey, real talk. Jamal Murray made the game. When he was playing is when the game got out of control.
Yeah,
when he was balling.
But when they were they were slowly getting back in Ticket. Yeah, that's when he needed to show up, and he just didn't show up.
What do you mean, bro? You don't never want to give him credit.
I literally just said he played great. He played great,
bro. This dude hates Jamal Murray, bro. If you took Jamal Murray off this team, bro, I swear to God, Lo, cut it out.
I just said he played great. Great.
Jamal Murray is a perfect duo for Jokic.
He did close.
The perfect duo for Jokic.
You sad, man. You sad. You
why do you hate Jamal Murray?
I just said he played great.
He does hate Murray, bro. Bob. He hates Murray, bro.
I just said the same way that you think that he should be closing. He should have closed last night. Ticket. He shot 1 for 5 in the fourth. Come on now, I got closed. That's winning time. That's when it matters, right?
You ain't said it about Jokic all them games against the Lakers. He shot.
I agree with you. He was bad at that. He was bad down the stretch of games, and that's when you really win those games.
Wait. Can we get back to that question though? Can we get back to that?
Okay. To answer the question,
let's get back to that question that we just had.
He's at the bottom of the duos though. He's as a second option. He's at the bottom. Yeah, because he's not better than he said since 2000 is clear.
Since 2000, Ticket.
He's not better than Kobe. He's not better than Wade. Curry or Durant or whoever you think. Yeah, he's not better than.
Are we just saying championship?
Oh, come on. Stop right there with D-Wade. Stop right there with D-Wade.
I'm going to get to the other ones.
His numbers say something else, though. His numbers on par.
Okay. Defense alone would remove him out of that conversation.
Okay, go ahead.
Jesus. Who?
Keep going. Ray Allen, Vince Carter, Brandon Roy.
Ray Allen.
We talking about guards.
No. They're talking about number 2
options. Was it a second option or just the 2 guards?
Yeah.
Second option.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2. Yeah.
Where does Jamal Murray rank all time as a number 2?
He ain't better than Kyrie.
He's not better than Kyrie.
He ain't better than Anthony Davis.
Hold on, time out. When I said Kyrie with LeBron, though, you told me, oh no, that logic doesn't work. When I told you that the Lakers could use Kyrie to close, you said that don't work. But now you saying Kyrie's a better.
I didn't say a word the whole segment.
No, I'm talking about. I ain't talking about you. I'm talking about your daddy.
Pause.
I'm talking about Low. Let's go, Low.
It was from a financial standpoint. If you can get Kyrie on 20 million a year, then by all. But yeah, he's not better than Kyrie.
He's better than Pau Gasol. I seen Pau Gasol in the comments. I don't think he's better than Pau Gasol.
He's not.
He's not better than AD. That's what I'm saying. He's towards the bottom.
And that's just a championship team. He's not better than Morris Stoudemire.
Yeah.
So
Tony Parker.
Manager Ginobili.
Or Manu Ginobili.
Yeah, not Tony Parker. Manager Ginobili.
Yeah, he's not. He's
not better than Paul George.
I can't wait for the summer.
Wait, Jamal Murray is better than Paul George.
Hey, he went Finals MVP. He went Finals MVP. All this low talk about Jokic out the window.
He's not better than Payton.
Ticket, why do you care so much about the Finals MVP?
No. I'm saying if he went, Murray wins the Finals MVP because they did the same thing with Steph Curry, right? They used Curry not. Hold on, they used Curry not winning the Finals MVP to invalidate some of his championships.
But Lowe didn't. But you said if Jamal Murray wins it, his Jokic.
Oh yeah. No, if Jamal Murray wins the Finals MVP, he definitely goes way higher on that list.
So why do you care so much about the Finals MVP? That's my question to you.
No, because that means you were the creme de la creme at the top, at the most prestigious level.
No, it doesn't. No, it does not mean that.
Come on. Let me say it again. Hold on. When Kawhi won, that didn't mean he was the best player on the team. That just means he was a creme de la creme in the finals in that series. Even at the highest level. That's what I'm saying.
Even if you believe that still wouldn't change my opinion on who Jokic is an offensive player.
Okay, man.
So to answer.
You still would think he's better than Hakeem offensively, even though Hakeem has 2 Finals MVPs.
Yes.
What does it have to do with?
You agree with that? Hold on. You agree with that? You agree with it?
Offensively.
Hold on. Right. Hold on. I'll stay right there. Do you agree with that?
You're not a better player than Hakeem Olajuwon.
That's not what he said.
The offensive logic.
Don't do that, chill.
Yeah. The offensive logic, he ain't a better scorer than Hakeem Olajuwon. I think he is a better passer.
Okay.
I do think he's a better passer. I do think he's a better passer than Hakeem Olajuwon. Right. But with the basketball, in terms of his gravity, I don't think he's better than Olajuwon.
Thank you.
Offensively?
No.
That's right. Ticket.
No.
Ticket. My question. Did you not think that Kobe Bryant was an all-time great up until 2009?
All-time great what?
Did you not think Kobe Bryant was an all-time great player, offensive player, whatever, up until 2009?
Up until 2009, I think he was an all-time. Yeah, I thought Kobe Bryant was a great offensive player, and it wasn't based off his stats. It wasn't based off his stats. It was based off his game. See what I'm saying? It was based off his move. It was based off his ability. Hold on. So that's what I'm saying about Hakeem too. Hold on. That's what I'm saying about Hakeem too.
That's fine. But I'm saying you knew that without the Finals MVPs.
Yeah,
you knew that for Kobe. Why do you need to see it for Jokic with a Finals MVP?
No, because I thought, hold on. Watching Kobe and Shaq, I said this before. I thought Kobe Bryant had the tougher assignments in the NBA Finals. He was playing against tougher guards. He had the tougher assignments. Shaq had the easier assignments. So Shaq was going to dominate those dudes. Shaq had way tougher assignments in the Western Conference than he did when he got to the NBA Finals. When he got to the NBA Finals, it was a cakewalk. So
that's fine, but you're explaining why the Finals.
No. I'm saying the same thing. Hold on. I'm saying the same thing with Jokic though. Jokic got all these easy assignments except for the series with them.
Rudy Gobert, AD, and Bam.
Hold on, no. First of all, Rudy Gobert ain't nothing. Bam, they discount Bam over here every day. AD is the one guy you give him. So don't throw Rudy Gobert.
Who's defending Jamal Murray in this series?
Who's defending? No, I'm saying he got to deal with Jimmy Butler. That's one of the premier.
Jimmy Butler's been guarding Aaron Gordon. But
we just established that Jimmy Butler's going to guard Aaron Gordon.
I'm saying that's who he has. Hold on, but the series not over with. Those are the guys he has to deal with, though.
I put money, especially even on switches. By the end of the series, Jimmy Butler will probably defend Jokic just as many times he's going to defend Jamal Murray.
My point is you're explaining why Finals MVPs are flawed because it doesn't take into account the matchup and who's benefiting in what series. You're just saying this was the final series. This guy won the Finals MVP. That means he's held in higher regard. But you understand for Kobe, Shaq had the matchup in the finals, so that doesn't mean
right. Hold on. So you thought Kobe was better than Shaq then?
Kobe? Oh no. Shaq was better than Kobe.
No. I'm asking Mars. Hold on. I'm asking Mars. Hold on. Mars. So you thought? Hold on. No, I'm saying based on what you're saying right now, you thought Kobe Bryant was better than Shaq in those first 3 championships.
Okay, first of all, no. Second of all, based on what I said, what made you believe that's what I was?
No, you just made it seem like because Kobe wasn't winning the final MVPs, that he was still that dude. So I'm thinking if that's how you thinking, you must have still thought he was better than Shaq.
What I made it seem like was we can understand that Kobe Bryant was still an all-time great player before he ever won a Finals MVP, because we can understand even in 2001 in the Finals he was hooping. In 2002 in the Finals he was hooping. And we can see that even though he didn't win the Finals MVP, And even the years he didn't make the finals, 03, 06, 07, he was still playing great. Even in 08 when they lost, he was playing great in the regular season, in the playoffs. We didn't need to see a finals MVP to validate how great Kobe Bryant was.
Oh, I'm not saying that validates how great. Hold on, I'm not saying that validates how great Jamal Murray is. I said he would be. He would move up in that list.
No, you said if Jamal Murray wins Finals MVP, Lowe is gonna have to stop praising Jokic to the level he is.
Why? No. Because
why?
No, because Lowe. Hold on, because Lowe is stopping Jokic. Because Lowe is putting. Hold on, because Lowe is put. You said what now?
I'm saying like every team Denver's going up against, the scheme is to stop Jokic, not Jamal Murray.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
That's a lie. That's a straight up lie.
That is. But that is the first.
He may be their primary focus, but Jamal Murray is all. Jamal Murray
is all over that game.
No,
Jamal Murray is all over the scout.
But he's their primary. He's their primary.
Primary. So like tickets make it seem like he's going against bad.
No, he's not irrelevant. No, we're not going to make it sound like the Jamal Murray is irrelevant.
Wait. We almost got Ticket here. Ticket. What we're saying is that if you're arguing and you comprehend that Kobe did not need a Finals MVP to validate his greatness, why does Jokic need a Finals MVP to validate his greatness?
I said, listen what I said. I didn't hold on. I didn't say you don't understand what I'm saying, bro. I said at that time, I still thought Kobe Bryant was the better player because of his skill set. Hold on, because of his skill set and everything he brought to the table. I thought Shaq was more dominant because of his size. But I thought Kobe Bryant's skill set, I thought him as a basketball player was better than Shaq. I just thought Shaq was more dominant because of his size, his strength, and his ability.
Hold on.
With Jamal Murray and Jokic, hold on. With Jamal Murray and Jokic, it's tricky because, to me, if you want me to be honest, I got them both on the same wavelength. Because I think what they both do in different ways hold on, Lo. I think what they both do in different ways equal out to the effect that they have on the team. For example, I think without Jamal Murray on that team, I don't think Jokic does anything of close to what he's doing. And it's proven. He got beat, even though he got beat by teams that went to the finals, he going home in the first or second round without Murray. Murray's ability to take over games, Murray's ability to take over stretches, Murray's ability to make a whole defense shift and change and do what he want him to do. Based off the fact that he can break the defense down off the dribble, based off the fact that he can score from all three levels on the court. To me, Jamal Murray is just that dude, bro. And for you guys to take that away from him, it's disgusting for y'all to say, okay,
nobody not
it's all about
away from him.
But Ticket, didn't you bring up matchups? So who's guarding Murray with all these? Who's guarding Murray?
We're getting so far.
I'm saying, right now we haven't seen Jimmy on Murray, but I guarantee you we will. Lowe doesn't think so.
Throughout the playoffs, who's guarding Murray?
No, I'm saying, okay. So in the series before they played the Lakers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, who do they put on from the Lakers?
You tell us.
No, I'm asking you, Junior.
Schroeder.
No. I'm asking him. No, because remember,
Schroeder still spent majority of the time on Murray. He spent most time.
Who was?
Fellas, we gotta move on from this. We gotta move on from this.
It don't make no sense.
Nah, you don't make no sense. Capitalize.
That's why, also that's the reason why Shaq is overrated too.
No. Okay. Oh, Shaq is overrated. Hey, put Shaq on the show.
Ticket.
I want Lowe to say that while Shaq is sitting up here that Shaq is overrated.
I will.
Overrated?
I definitely don't agree with that.
I don't see why he's overrated.
Yeah. I told y'all Lowe get
how high is too highly rated?
That is fair. Depends on where you have them.
I have him very high.
Shaq top 10.
No, well, some top 10, but some people have him like in his top 5, and I don't understand that concept.
I don't.
I haven't ran him.
And Ron is at number. Ron is one of those people.
I am also one of those people.
You have 5?
I would love to tell you guys why I have Shaq over, but
I have Shaq.
Gotta move on.
Very comfortable.
I got Shaq at 5.
Who's better, Shaq or Magic?
At 5.
Oh no, Shaq, but I have both of them at the bottom of the top.
Oh, because you have like Tim Duncan over Shaq, right?
Tim Duncan over Shaq.
Fellas,
that's debatable.
This is summer talk. We'll get to this in the summer. We'll get to everybody's top 5, top 10s, KD at 27, all of that good stuff. But
I just want to know who Shaq was dominating. He ain't dominating no comp, but you can go ahead and go, man.
Double P said
Bill Russell's comp.
Whoa.
Sorry, carry on.
A man of culture said Heat fans changed their tune on Hero real quick. It's almost like the logical side said he would be needed.
He averaged 20 a game. What you expect? I mean, he averaged 20 a game.
I think he's better in the rotation role than he is as a starter. I like him more like how San Antonio used Ginobili. I think he'd be a much better rotation guy playing starter minutes than he would being a starter.
But they need him starting because if you get out to a slow start in this series, you toast.
Considering Miami can't win this series.
Well, it's not really toast, Ticket. I'm sorry, Mars. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
And it's not really toast because you just mentioned not too long ago that Denver's going to let you back in the game. So it doesn't matter how they start. They're going to get back in the game. So Tyler Hero being a rotation guy, that shouldn't matter if they start slow.
All right. That's cool.
All right, y'all. Moving along. Dropping Dime said, fellas, what's your thoughts on the Ja upcoming suspension? Brian Windhorst said it could be a year. If I'm Memphis, I'm looking to move on long term.
Yeah, they're gonna probably trade him. He's a blithering idiot. And like I said before, the NBA got more stuff on his fool.
One more time, Ticket. What kind of idiot?
He's a blithering idiot. And the NBA got more stuff.
And a blithering idiot.
A blithering idiot. They got more stuff on this guy. Cause this fool gonna win on tape again after he promised a commissioner to his face. And I want to say something to all y'all that's capping saying, "Oh, he didn't break the law." Well, let me tell y'all something. It's called working in a corporation. I can tell a lot of you guys never made no money before, right? So let me give y'all an example, right? If you sign for a corporation where they're promoting you on the highest level, right? So they're promoting you on the highest. Now I sound intelligent because I look like low, right? Okay. So they're promoting you on the highest level. This is what you have to do. You have to be a representation of that company. You have to be a representation of that company is what you have to do, right? So if you're a representation of that company, you can't go out doing stuff that damages the representation of that company. That's what happens when you sign the contract. So when you sign the contract with a corporation and they say you can't do X, Y, and Z, even if it may be legal, if you work for us, you can't do this, and you do it, they hit you with the kid gloves the first time. You do it again, and now they're gonna hit you with the sonic boom. His ass gone. This fool went back on tape.
When you get to that level, this, even if it's not breaking the law, there's a code of conduct that I have to distribute. I have to abide by. I'm sorry, and that I have to abide by. And there's certain spots that I used to be able to go to, I can't go to them anymore. There's certain people that I used to hang around, I can't hang around these people anymore simply because of what I'm doing now for a living. So Ja is not doing that.
I remember the first time seeing that video. I thought it was fake. I thought it was like somehow a prank, or I couldn't believe seeing that. It blew my mind.
Yeah.
But they making it seem like they got some damning stuff on him.
Oh, they got
whenever a corporation says low, additional information.
Hey, Chilltown. They went. This is how much of a dummy he is. Him doing the second incident made them go back and put all the PIs on him to find out anything else that may come up again that may make them look stupid if they hit him with a lighter suspension. And they went and found more stuff now. And listen, it's so bad, they don't even want to report it right now during the finals. They want to wait.
That's how bad
this is, bro. That's how bad it is.
We're going to wait till the offseason.
We don't want to take it away. We don't want to take away from what's going on right now. We got
whenever news come out, it might take away. That's
right. It's definitely a year suspension coming.
Because like what Ticket just was talking about, we talking about addition.
Let me ask y'all a quick question though, Till. Would y'all do that if you're Memphis? You deal him. Would you do the deal for Jaylen Brown?
I just want him off my roster, to be honest.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Boston. A team like Boston, I don't think is trying to take him. But I do.
You can't trade for a guy if you're trying to contend who can't play the whole year.
But I understand what you're saying though, Ticket. To be honest with you,
I do it.
I understand. I see what y'all. I see. But that's the point. That's the point I was.
They need a Jaylen Brown over there. They need a guy like Jaylen Brown in Memphis.
No. I think for Memphis, that's fine. I'm talking about the Boston Celtics ain't dealing with that.
No, I'm saying, but that's a better. Ron, that's a better stop for him though, Boston, Ron. In my opinion,
if we took everything off and we just talking about who the players are, I agree.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm talking about.
No. For a player, but bro, they just fired Ime Udoka because he was having affairs with somebody. So
no, but I'm saying that puts him in a different place though. That puts him away from an environment he's in and puts him around a strictly basketball environment.
I agree with you. I'm not. I think that's
and
even
a team full of vets too. By the way,
I'm not denying none of that. Mm-hmm. However, if for image purposes alone they were
We
willing
can't
to
do
fire
that.
Ime, they're not about to then bring him. They're not about to do that.
Ain't nobody, none of them are trying to babysit Ja.
Oh no, so a team is gonna do it.
No, a team will do it. I just don't think it's Boston though. A team will, without a doubt.
All I know is when you get additional information, that kind of stuff drafts warrants. Like we getting a warrant in your house now. You're getting additional information. So
they already let him slide with all the other stuff, the laser beams on the Indiana Pacers players, all that stuff, bro.
When he pulled up to the mall, acting like he about to fight somebody at the mall, they didn't let him slide with a lot of things.
The one that they made him slide with is with the Pacers thing, with the lasers being pointed. That's crazy. That's close to the NBA.
That's facts,
making him slide with that is crazy.
But additional information.
It's unfortunate because it seems like this is one of them situations where it's like they should have nipped it in the bud in the beginning, but then they let it carry on for too long, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse.
The NBA.
The NBA.
Hey, one question, Ron. One last question, Ron. Do you think, and I know y'all gonna answer this question good? Do y'all think the Lakers should take a chance on him in a signing trade?
I'm looking at the teams right now to figure out who's desperate enough.
You saying no, it's Slim. But I mean, the Lakers, if you really thinking, if you trying to go forward in a situation, I mean, him in a sign and trade deal, that might not be too bad, bro.
The question that needs to be answered here, Ticket, more than anything, his talent isn't a question. The question that needs to be answered is he worth the headache? Because this is not something that's gonna stop, right? Just because he gets suspended for 2 weeks or 2 months, he's just gonna dumb it down. So the question is he worth the headache? Because we're gonna see more incidents. It might not be with guns, but we're gonna see more incidents with this guy. So the question is this guy worth the headache?
I think so. I think he got that type of talent where if you get him, like I agree with Lo said vets. I think the Lakers got a good coach in Darvin Ham, who's a strong head coach. I think you need that too. I think his head coach was a big part of the problem too. His head coach isn't a strong guy, didn't have control of the locker room. You got guys out here disrespecting vets, like Dillon Brooks out here disrespecting vets, and then they wasn't listening to Steven Adams. He ain't even 30 years old, so they're not listening to him. I think that if you put him in a better situation like that, or maybe even with the Clippers. If I'm the Clippers, I'm looking at that.
Why you want Ja Morant in Los Angeles?
I'm saying with Ty Lue. No. I'm saying with Ty Lue and those guys. I don't have a problem with them.
Hey, Bob, I was about to put him in Brooklyn, and I was like, that's also not a good. Ja need to go in the middle of nowhere. He can go to Utah or Portland. That's where he need to go. He need to just separate from everything.
No, he don't need to go to Portland. That boy need to stay the furthest. That boy gonna be downtown in Rouge. He gonna go from Rouge to the Golden Dragon. He gonna go from the Golden Dragon. Never mind.
We don't need him.
So he need to be in Utah.
Definitely don't need him in Brooklyn.
Send him to the Raptors for Van Fleet and what you call it, and Van Fleet and Siakam. Send him to the Raptors.
Definitely don't need him in Brooklyn.
See, what I was gonna say with Brooklyn is that by the time he gets off, and we all expect a year suspension, which I think we are. By that time, Simmons is on expiring, so you get cap relief with Simmons coming off, and then you could then throw in some. They don't have draft picks because of the Harden trade.
Union's not going to allow a year suspension. They're not. So let's be clear about.
Wait. He said. Adam Silver said he brought along the players' union. The players' union was with
so they're on board with this.
Yes,
they're on board.
Okay, that's another reason why I think he's cooked.
Now I'm clear. Okay, now
that's the key word, Phil. That's the key word.
Yeah.
Did you guys see players like started to unfollow Ja Morant too? Like Donovan Mitchell started unfollowing him. You think that's like plays a part into it?
Because the reason why I'm thinking that, Lo, is I'm thinking Ron Artest started a riot. And he was suspended a year. This wasn't as bad, however, from an image standpoint.
We don't know, though. We don't know.
We don't know. We don't know what's bad. But for you to tell me that the union is on board with this, okay, now there's something different. Now.
That's what I'm saying. It got to be something where Adam Silver was like, "Hey, yo, players union. This how bad it is."
I'll tell you behind the scenes, Lo. I heard about what it is. I'm gonna tell you something. It's bad. It's bad.
I think
players started unfollowing on Ja. It has to be something. That's weird.
When you start cutting ties with a dude that you was normally cool with, that you starting to create distance from, this must be bad. So anyway, Ron, as you were saying,
MP13 with back-to-back super chats. He said, "I was mind blown when JJ was defending Ja."
This is what we not doing.
Ja unfollowed him. Ja unfollowed him after he took up for him.
Oh, he did. I didn't see that.
Yeah, Ja unfollowed this clown. As soon as JJ went on TV and took up for him, Ja unfollowed this fool.
He did.
Also, Also, MP13 with another super chat said, now that it's been 6 games straight, how many inefficient offensive games in a row does Jimmy have to commit before he's on fraud alert? We absolutely killed Tatum for the same inconsistencies.
No,
Well,
Tatum wasn't winning though. Jimmy was winning.
Well, not only that, MP, what is a fraud? Can we get to the bottom of what a fraud is? Because this is
Kareem.
This don't do that, look. No, troll alert.
Get ready. Hey, open court next. Yo, you got to see Mars there.
Yeah, chill out with that, yo. So when I think about as a fraud, I don't think he's been who we thought he was going to be. He has taken his team to the NBA championship twice in the last 4 years, right? Been in the Eastern Conference championship 3 times in the last 4 years. Been an all-pro, been an all-league defender. The idea that he's a fraud is somebody who, this guy has a great regular season and then he flames out in the first round of the playoffs.
Give me a name. Give me a name.
Joel Embiid.
No, give me a real name.
Julius Randle.
There we go.
Hey, deep in the comment section. When you the man,
also DeRozan would have been suffice as well.
I would have accepted the moderate.
I have a difficult time when I hear fraud because when I think about fraud, I'm thinking about somebody who you're trying to sell me this one guy when you really this. When that's not true.
Embiid might be that guy as well. I'm willing to give him one more. I hate keep giving Embiid another year, but I feel like I got to just keep giving him.
I can't keep saying I'm gonna wait for a healthy postseason run.
Yeah, I know.
I can't do it. I'm done with it.
Hey, Nick Nurse might be the best guy because they did well with Kawhi with his injuries. And I will say this about Nick Nurse: he may be like a Stan Van Gundy was to Dwight to Joel Embiid. And I think that if he is and makes Joel Embiid stay in the post and play to his strengths, that could help Embiid. I think that Doc and Brett Brown kind of laid back to Embiid and allowed him to shoot threes and outside shots. I think that this coach will be more so, on him on a daily basis. I think that was a big mistake Dwight made in his career is pushing off Stan because Stan was so good for him, how he was just constantly pushing him and made him great.
I normally don't speak like this, and what you're saying is true, Ticket. That might also be a problem for Embiid because I just don't think he takes it as serious as like he probably should.
Nurse is gonna make him though. Nurse is
I know. That's what I'm saying. That it should be in theory a good thing for him, but also that could push him away because I don't think I think that could create conflict. So I agree with you that it in theory it should be, but Joel Embiid, I just don't think he's as serious as people try to make him out to be.
If Embiid signed off on the signing, usually how they said Giannis signed off on the
he wasn't Embiid was not he wasn't Embiid was not. He was not involved with the firing of Doc Rivers. No, he was not. That was more so Harden. And so he didn't. What I'm saying is he might have been involved with maybe hiring Nick Nurse, but he didn't even want Doc Rivers to go in the first place. So that's what I'm saying. Okay. So I don't know if he's necessarily what you call it. We got 61 super chat. I'm about to bounce anyway, but we got 61 super chat.
Yeah, let's do it.
W snitch.
You said that right, Mar. I'm looking at your thing, Mars.
Yeah. But everyone knows I'm a snitch.
Yo. All right, come on. Moving along. Zay Rich said Bam had a career high field goal attempts with 25 last night and only scored 26 points. He was aggressive, but Denver will live with that result.
Facts.
I agree.
Facts.
Yo, Ticket, let me talk to James tonight, man.
You want to talk to James, man? You want to pull up, man? You want
that? I was trying to figure out what was going on last night. But go ahead.
I slowed down, man. I had to go get a lady, man, last night, man.
He ain't got to explain that to me now.
I shut that thing down in the third quarter. Look, I shut that thing down in the third quarter, went on a late night creep. I went on an all-nighter last night.
Hey, you ain't got to explain that to me now. Hey, I get that, boy. I made
a 20-minute video to close it after the game. And put that thing on Premiere and let it ride.
You ain't got to explain to me now. I get that.
All right, y'all, keeping it pushing. Tyler said, how rare is a 7-footer getting a double-double at halftime with assists instead of rebounds, let alone in the playoffs?
Maybe 1 or 2 years. He's talking about how many times is a 7-footer going to get like a double-double with assists in that?
That's cool. That's nice.
That's historic.
Job not done.
Nick Dawson said, "Time for the UD flagrant foul on Jokic." How else can Miami stop him?
He might have to play some minutes this series.
I wouldn't be surprised.
What?
I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised either. I'm laughing, but I ain't gonna lie.
If after game 1 we're looking at the Udonis Haslam approach,
That's crazy.
This series might not. This series might
on
not.
Sunday
Put that back up.
You turn the game on Sunday, and this right before the beginning of the game, and then they put the starting lineups out there, and you see Udonis Haslam's name. What
Oh my god!
I'm turning the game off.
I don't think, as long as I've been alive, I don't think Udonis Haslam has been in the rotation in the NBA.
Yeah, he is.
That's how long it's been.
Mars, he damn near dropped 30 that last game.
He dropped 30 in the last game.
Dropped 30 in the last game. I let him play.
Watching that game? Yeah, I want you to know.
Yeah, he kept alley-oop dunks, all that.
I actually think in the
I did see you caught a lob, but that was crazy.
Yeah,
just so you know, Mars, from an old head perspective, I'm as good once as I've ever been. I might not be able to do it like I used to, but I can still do it.
Oh, so Udonis Haslam can give them one.
I can still do it once.
He could do a Lonnie Walker game like last I
can still do it once.
There's
no way we're actually believing in this.
Well, no, I'm not believing.
I'm actually pulling for it. Give you.
I actually just want to see it.
Let's
I do too. To be honest with you, Low, I do too.
See what happens, and then just keep going. Keep going.
I do too.
I wouldn't be surprised he got minutes in their last playoff game. If game 4 he gave him some minutes, because he feel like this might be his last playoff game because he's retiring after this season. So.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I'm not playing it on. I'm not trying to play him on some sentimental shit. Law. I'm talking about playing see if he can mix it.
It's just a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both.
I'm trying to actually get him in the rotation.
You ain't putting in UD for anything other than sentiment. There's no way you're actually trying to win a game and you're like, yeah, you know what, UD.
You'd be surprised.
Oh my god.
Bro, where did you find Bob at, man? Where you find Bobby, man? Bob is hilarious, dog.
Shit, I'm serious though.
Find that guy, man. I like Bob. Man. Bob is crazy.
It's just Jose said, as much as the Heat game plan, in the words of my guy Frank Nitty, they will at some point run out of talent. What does a Heat win look like?
50%
crazy games.
What you mean run out of talent?
And crazy
23s, 20 made 3-pointers. Jimmy Butler 27 points. Bam 25.
No, we gotta go higher than 20.
Oh, they said the same thing about Boston.
30. Jimmy 30.
If Miami can make 23s, if Miami can make 23s,
they need like 23s, like but
hold on, this man said we'll take John Chicago. Oh hell no, that's way worse. Hell no. Hey man, hey look man, Chicago, that'll be his first and last season in the NBA.
Ever.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, you can eliminate like almost half the league. Yes,
because the y'all want to put him in Chicago. He on the south
side. You don't like Ja on the Pistons.
Definitely not.
Detroit. Oh man, Detroit.
This ain't got nothing to do with basketball. It's nothing. Him in Detroit, him in Chicago, him in Brooklyn. Right, him in Los Angeles. No,
right. He got to be.
Since John loves NBA young boy so much. Utah.
Yeah, he got to be in Salt Lake, Toronto.
Yeah, that's his favorite.
Ron said he can't go to Portland though.
Just so y'all know,
Ron said no to Portland.
Does Indiana work? Does Indiana work?
Indiana works.
Indianapolis is wild as hell. Indianapolis is wild as hell.
Indy's wild.
And so
what about Sacramento, Bob?
Minnesota what?
What about Sacktown, Bob?
I ain't gonna lie. Okay, Minnesota and Cleveland are the two teams I got.
Cleveland is bad. No,
Cleveland is also kind of up there.
Just so you
know, safe in your country. What is going on?
Nowhere,
nowhere really.
Out there.
No, this PC weekend needs to be moved to the UK. I'm not trying to die. This is crazy.
Hey Bob, what about Sac? I heard his peaches out there.
What about Sac, Bob?
I would recommend he don't do Sacramento neither.
He can't come onto the Bay.
San Antonio.
No, but you got to think about from personnel. He can't do Sacramento because of De'Aaron Fox. He can't do Warriors. Like literally, you can cut out like 20 teams off the gate off of location and personnel.
How about Washington?
So we said
Washington is one of them, but Washington is also kind of shady.
We said it in San Antonio with a gun law.
Mars, is that bad though, Mars?
The whole country is just a death sentence. What is this?
Listen,
I ain't gonna lie. I'm from Atlanta. I went to DC last year. It was a couple of places in DC. Even I was like, all right, let's get out of here.
It's dangerous down there, but you could think about a Dallas move with the Mavs, the Kyrie.
Dallas might actually just be genuinely desperate enough because they ran out of players to actually put nothing.
Is Charlotte safe? Is Charlotte safe?
Charlotte is another one that's fine, but I don't know if they're gonna do that with depending on who they draft this year.
Yeah,
like, are you gonna move LaMelo for Ja?
Yeah, he gonna be at the back.
Well,
Yeah, I
have
would.
LaMelo, Scoot, and Ja Morant.
Bible Belt.
You got to line up.
Man, that boy out the
Yeah, Lonzo done, man. The word is Lonzo's done.
This is so sad.
Lonzo's done, man. They said the Chicago Bulls think he'll never play again. That's crazy, bro. And they said they blame it all on them, the BBB.
Them shoes.
That's
shoes
crazy, bro.
Yeah, them shoes are what screwed him up.
That's crazy.
Another bust, man.
They just trying to throw shots to LeVar.
No,
Them
I'm dead
shoes
serious.
are
That's what they
garbage,
said, though, Ron.
Ron.
That's what they said. Ron, he said that. Ron, he said that. He said that the shoes were blowing. Yes, Lonzo said the shoes were blowing out. That's why him and LeVar got into it, bro.
The shoes
were bad, but I don't know if that's the reason why his knees don't work.
Yeah, that's
no. He got the injury.
Your feet have a lot to do with your knees, though. If they are,
100%. 100%.
When did he start wearing the shoes, though? I know the first year he wore them.
With the Lakers, that year with the Lakers.
I don't even think he wore them in his rookie year. I think he wore them in summer league.
He wore them. No, he started out the season one.
He wore them in the game. He said that he used to switch them halftime. Yeah,
they were great.
That's how bad they were. And at halftime, he had to rotate them.
I think he started wearing them. What's that lawsuit happened? Like with somebody? What happened with somebody?
Yeah, it was something. Something happened in the middle of the season when he stopped wearing them.
Oh, but I thought he was wearing them in summer league because I remember it was like a big story. Like one day he'll wear Kobe's, another day he'd wear Jordans. Like
but then he went in the season and he were so bad on his feet. He said he used to have to change them in the halftime.
Yeah, they were blowing out. That's crazy.
Shout out to the big boy to wearing shoes.
All right, fellas, I got to get back to these super chats. Khalil Green said it's easier said than done, but I think the Heat's focus should be on everyone else. Jokic is unstoppable, so limit his assist and contain the others.
Why do y'all say he can't do that?
You can't do that.
You guys act like Jokic. You guys act like Jokic assists are just him standing at the top of the key throwing people down.
Yeah,
like if he's running the dribble handoff, how do you stop the assist?
Yeah.
And take it to your point. All right, I understand that they did lose 29 games, but we're talking about a team they are right. But what you leaving out complete is a difference with this team right here. Because number one, we ain't talking about back to back. We ain't talking about back to backs. We ain't talking about a team that you saw once in a month. We haven't played these dudes in a month. We haven't been talking about teams that we played 2 times in 3 weeks. That's a completely different schedule as opposed to right now where I have an entire week to focus solely on you and you only. And we're talking about this Denver offense, not just Joker. It's not like Joker is just sitting in the pocket and throwing. He's throwing because this offense and how this offense operates puts that defense off balance. It ain't just because it's Joker.
You fall into the trap again, homie, the same way you did last series. You fall into that trap where you think one team going to dominate another, and then the Miami Heat prove you wrong again. You're going to come on here and smile like Uncle Ben.
I'm not saying that they're getting swept. You ain't getting that from me. I'm not saying that they're getting swept, but I am saying that this is a tall task.
Yeah, hold on. If they get the split, how y'all going to feel at the game 2, Ron? If they get the split, how everybody gonna feel?
You said that after game 1.
I thought they were gonna get a split. Wait, hold on.
How y'all gonna feel if they get the split? Y'all think they're gonna get swept in Miami?
We'll talk about it.
I have
you said what? Hold on. What you say, Lo?
If they lose game 2, that means that they've had to gain something from that game 2 that they will be able to nullify.
So you think they'll lose both games in Miami?
I said if Denver loses in game 2. There's something that they would have to gain from that I believe they will be able to game plan. And then I don't think it's enough time for Spoelstra and them to game plan the other counters that they will present to themselves for games 3 and 4.
And Lo, why? And to your point, Lo, why wouldn't they do that? I mean, they did that with the Los Angeles Lakers when they had that adjustment with Rui. They adjusted to that immediately, and then they went into Los Angeles and won both of those games, both of them.
Yeah, that's because your king couldn't close. Tell the truth.
Also, wait, let me say this as well. Like Mars is saying, y'all keep saying they need to reduce his assists. Jokic only got 3 assists last night off of passing it to Gordon off of that crazy matchups. A lot of Jokic's assists are dribble handoffs or him or somebody cutting to the basket. Those are things like he's doing anything special. It's just that you're trying to fight over a screen. It's nearly impossible to get over a screen on. So how do you limit that?
or even like in the second half when they started playing zone against Jokic, he was just top of the free throw line, either shoot a floater or
he made some laydown pass to Jeff Green. That was
I don't know
what
he gets assists in so many different ways. You can't stop his assists. He's not like Sabonis, where Sabonis most of his assists off of dribble handoffs, and he gets assists in so many other ways. You can't just stop.
No, that pass he had to Bruce Brown and Jeff Green. Oh man,
all right, he's so unstoppable. I remember this. Y'all write this shit. Y'all write this stuff down. Take a picture, man. Write this stuff down.
Give the man his props. What's so wrong with that?
Move it along. Next super chat. It's Mr. GQ to you said, can someone please inform Ari Spears that the Nuggets were so far ahead of the entire West that they were resting their starting five every other game in the second half of the season?
Man, you low budget.
I remember we were having the conversations when Denver went on their little losing streak if they were frauds and that this was the true colors of them, that they can't play defense. That was the conversation a few months ago. I remember.
I remember when Fluent was saying that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's all right. We ain't worried about it. And I'm gonna get you James. I'm gonna get you James tonight,
got enough aura.
I'm gonna get you James tonight. I'm gonna get you James 1-on-1. You gonna cook your ass again.
Not the way that Jimmy played.
Like he cooked you last time. You talking all that smack in game 6 and what happened in game 7?
Like it's Boston.
Yeah.
Tyler said out of all of Jokic's 10 first half assists, he was doubled twice. One was for MPJ, a 3 at the top of the key, and one was for Bruce Brown, skip pass to a corner 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he wasn't. Ticket said he was being doubled. He wasn't being doubled.
He got doubled in the first play of the game. I remember that. That's the one I thought Ticket was talking about when he said they started doubling, because Jimmy Butler came doubled and then he found Aaron Gordon in the corner.
Yeah, I didn't know what the hell he was thinking about.
Shot a 3.
Yeah, that was the first play of the game, but they weren't like just sending doubles at every position.
It was another one he threw over, and hit a 3 in the corner. He just turned around, threw the ball over.
Bruce Brown.
But that was late in the third quarter, though, if I'm not mistaken. That wasn't like early.
I think it was the second quarter.
Second. But that wasn't early though. That was like in that post halfway through the second quarter.
Can I ask you a quick question? Why not take the Dwight Howard? Why take these dudes like Cody Zeller and these dudes knowing you got to go to the finals and potentially play big dogs like this? I don't understand these teams.
Because Dwight Howard still won't be able to stop him.
No. I'm just saying, but what is Cody Zeller bring? Like, what does he bring? What is Cody like? Ron, what do Cody Zeller bring to a team right now in the NBA?
Locker room presence.
Yeah.
People forget though, Howard did it like a decent, and he didn't even really do that crazy on Jokic, but he had AD behind him.
Yeah,
that's what really helped.
And JaVale McGee too.
And Jokic is substantially worse.
Hold on, fellas. Not gonna lie. He was the reason. He was the one. He started. He was the one that changed that series. It was Dwight Howard. So don't say AD in them. When they put the Dwight on Jokic, that changed that series.
But also
Dwight Howard only
AD behind him.
Well, not only that, he only played 16 minutes a game. What are you doing in 16 minutes?
No, they moved him into the starting lineup. They used him to rough up Jokic.
And he averaged 16 minutes a game.
It worked.
That's it.
It worked though. If you took Jokic out of this,
how you just know how many minutes he averaged? How do you just know that? That's crazy. Sorry, Curry.
It worked.
That's
go ahead, Ron.
No, I'm about to go fact check him.
It did work.
No, just take it. If he's wrong, it's gonna ruin the aura of chill for me. I need to.
Yeah, he
losing to step up to the real.
Nah, man. He said 16, so that means he
the real MVP at home, Ron. Tell him I said that. The MVP is at home right now, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Doug said, "Man, tell Ticket to tell the loser to step up to the real MVP. All that glazing on Jimmy, you be doing. He not better than D Wade.
He never said he was better. He never said for the last. I'm sick of it, Ticket. He never said he's better than Dwayne Wade. Knock it off, guys. He never said that. He said that if they win the NBA championship and Jimmy Butler wins the Finals MVP, he might be better than what Dwayne Wade was. That's
still incorrect, but yeah,
he did not say he was better than Dwayne Wade. So stop saying that because he didn't say that.
Thank you.
Jay Bird said the problem is Denver wasn't trying at the end until it got to the point when they went up by 8.
Hold on. Don't say that, low. Ron, don't say that. Don't say that, Ron. Do not say that.
As soon as they went back
Finals, Ron. Don't say that. Don't tell me a team's not trying in the finals, bro. Don't say that. Don't say that. Hey, Ron, you read that, Ron. That's disgusting, Ron. That's disgusting. So an NBA team's not trying in the finals, right? Get out of here, man.
They're trolling.
They were trolling. They were not serious. They were not.
No, you trolling right now. That's what you doing.
I'm doing what they were doing before last night.
the zone messed up Denver for a little bit, but then they figured it out real quick.
You ain't not trying to win the finals, though. Sorry.
But the zone really didn't mess. They didn't have the proper lineup to even beat the zone. MPJ wasn't even on the floor. Yeah, they were trolling.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ron. Man. Go ahead, man. This nigga all cap.
They weren't trying. They were trolling. Still beat them while they trolling.
Jake D'Antoni, Mike D'Antoni's nephew, in case you guys don't know. Shout out my boy. He said Jokic was really coasting most of the game. He do not have a chance. He could easily drop 40-50 on these folks if he had to.
It makes me nuts, man. You dudes, when y'all say stuff like this, it makes me nuts when these dudes say stuff like this, because just because I make it look easy does not mean I ain't trying. Right. And that's what's going on with Joker. Yes, he is. He ain't just out there just on cruise control. No, he is not. No, he is.
But he said the moment the game started, he felt comfortable. That's his words. That's what he said.
And because I feel comfortable does not mean I ain't trying.
I agree. I don't think there's NBA players who play with him.
MPJ was troll. MPJ was serious, Mars? With that shot selection, was he serious?
So MPJ never plays serious.
No, I don't.
Well, then if that's the case, that's cool. If
MPJ always trolling. That's how good the team is. He can just troll.
In the shot selection that MPJ had last night, he shoots like that all the time. He shoots those
always
shots
trolls.
Did MPJ get an assist last night?
People take Joker not being.
Did MPJ get an assist last night?
He did have 13 boards though. He did have that.
If MPJ got an assist, then yeah, he was trolling because that's.
Oh, you know how he got an assist? Remember when he drove and he got stuck in the middle of the air? He just drove.
And then he got past the Jokic. Oh, okay,
that's his assist.
I remember that assist.
And that's a troll assist. Come on.
It's not a troll assist. It's a broken play. That's what it is.
Troll assist. Bro.
He couldn't score, so he just dribbled someone.
That is his one assist. Oh my God.
Foley said high pick and roll. Lowry, Vincent, Hero, if healthy. Kyle went on a solo run with 3 threes.
He did.
If converted, it moves Jokic around in the pick and roll way more often.
Yeah, you do need your shooters to run the pick and roll, not Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo pick and rolls. You need shooters. That's what you need.
No, that's not what Ticket told me. Stop.
Yeah, but that's because Jimmy is Jesus. So,
but Coach Ticket told me that Jimmy Butler and Bam. Come on now, stop.
You just worry about James tonight, sucker.
CP.
Pause.
Pause. CP Nexers said you have to allow Jokic to get 100. I'd rather that happen than he get guys that can get their own buckets to score, deny the ball while guarding.
If you deny, they're just gonna back cut. That's what's gonna happen.
That's literally what happened at the beginning of the game.
Like you guys' ideas, they just like
the reason why. Let me tell you what they're doing, Mars. Let me tell you what they're doing, Mars. They're doing this strictly off of 2K. It's one-on-one stuff. That's what they think this is. They're completely leaving out the fact that Denver runs an efficient offense. That's what Denver runs. It's not get the ball and okay, you go. Get the ball and you go. They play off a Joker.
Exactly. This idea of denying, like, there's possessions where they see someone's trying to curl off for a handoff. Guess what? They switch it. Someone slips back door, layup. Like, these plans are not going to work. Like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Which, by the way, Mars, is part of their offense.
Exactly. The one thing I do agree with though is to let Jokic to be more of a scorer than a passer, because
if Jokic scores 100 points, I don't care if he loses. No, that is the greatest offensive player I've ever seen in my life.
Well, Wilt Chamberlain scored 100. Wilt Chamberlain scored 100.
I don't know the exact stat off top.
Not if they lose, Lo. If they lose, that 100 don't mean nothing.
That's your life. Like
not mine, Bobby. I ain't gonna lie. If I see Jokic score 100 in the NBA Finals, I'm
saying, isn't Denver like 500 or slightly below 500 when Jokic he averages like a certain amount of points? Like he's more of a scorer than a passer. Aren't they like barely 500?
No, I'll go.
I saw something like if Jokic scores over like 35 or something,
they don't win. Yeah, they usually don't win.
How often does he even score 35 though?
He doesn't when he really has to though. Like when no one else is really going. So I don't know. To me, he's unguardable. But
this season or just in general?
Yeah, this season. I think this season.
They were 6.
I'm just saying
6-3.
Yeah, they were 6-3.
Okay. So that don't work.
Never mind.
Hey, man, did y'all see the girl who showed up to the NBA game in a bathing suit to catch her husband cheating at the game with?
No.
Lord have mercy, man.
I thought you setting up a joke or something.
No, I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. A girl showed up to the Celtics game last year in a bathing suit and caught her husband cheating in front of her, and the people were covering their kids' eyes and everything.
Ron, can I ask you a question, Ron?
What's up? Holla at me.
Is this the greatest offensive player you've ever seen?
He saw LeBron James 6 months ago.
No. Oh yeah, the shooter Bron. I forgot.
Yeah.
The shooting LeBron. I forgot about him.
I'm just gonna say, bro, I saw Joker do to my Lakers, and that's some of the best offensive performances I've ever seen. The one-legged fadeaways with ball. I don't know.
Ron, how about this? Ron, is he one of the greatest offensive players you've ever seen? Ron,
has to be. He wouldn't.
I'm gonna just put it like this. What he's
Ron,
doing?
Hold on, Ron. But before you even answer that question, Ron, come on, man. It's a yes or no question. Yes or no.
It's just a no. Come on.
I'm gonna say no.
Damn.
Thank you. Ron, we ain't impressed, Ron.
Put the
I'm gonna say no. I was about to give him his credit, but if you ask me that, I was literally about to say what he's doing is nothing short of amazing.
But
it's nothing short of amazing.
We're not impressed.
But it's a lot of not a lot of players, but it's a good amount of players that I would take over him offensively.
How many?
How many?
I'm not finna do this with you guys live.
No. You don't have to say the names.
Just give an estimate. Give an estimate of how many names you think you can get.
Yeah, you don't have to say the names.
More than 5, Ron?
You think you get to 10?
Yeah.
More than 10? More than 10?
I would take personally.
That's what I'm saying. So
he's
so
about
more
to
than
say
5.
Damian Lillard.
So more than 5, right?
Hold on.
So
we talking about all time.
No, we talking
all time.
Yeah, you'll probably still say
more than
Damian
5.
Lillard.
So more than 5, Ron, yes?
Yeah, it's
more than
about
5.
10. It's about 10.
So around 10. Okay. All right.
That's the truth, Ron. About 5 to 10 players will take over him. I'm riding with Ron.
Offensively,
Offensively, yes. Offensively, we steady. You got a problem with it?
Wait, Bobby, how many players offensively take over?
Well, Chris Webber's one of them, so.
We taking Kobe. We taking Hakeem. We taking we taking Kobe, Hakeem, Mike. We taking Wilt.
Oh my God.
We taking Kobe, Hakeem, Mike, Wilt, Jack. I'm also taking over him. I'm taking let me think.
Kareem for sure.
Definitely taking Kareem. Got to take Cap. Take him. I'm also taking
How about LeBron?
Magic. Yes, sir. Offensively, yes, sir. Everything he can do, walking triple-double. I might be taking Oscar Robinson over here. I might be taking Oscar Robinson.
LeBron, right ticket?
Right?
LeBron, right?
I don't know if I can put LeBrick up there.
Yo, that's crazy.
All he do is run people over, so I don't know if I can do that.
I'll take Steph Curry.
Steph Curry. Steph Curry.
So Ray Allen.
That's 8 right there. That's 8. Hold on, that's 8 right there.
Ray Allen.
No. We ain't saying Ray Allen. No, we talking
Larry Bird.
My fault.
Yes. Hey, Ron, great one. Larry Legend. And get one more, Ron.
James,
say it.
Okay, we do for LeBron over there. That's
I want 11 because I'm taking Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan over there.
John Stockton.
I'm not mad at it.
Offensively, Tim Duncan?
I want Tim Duncan. Give me Tim Duncan.
There we go.
12
I'm
names?
not mad at it.
So if it's only 12
names. Dirk Nowitzki?
Hey, I'll take Dirk.
Carl Malone.
Oh no.
Yeah. I want
Carl Malone.
No. Yeah, exactly.
I don't say that.
Hey, hold on. Ain't Carl Malone the top 4's greatest scorer ever?
We're just not talking about him.
I don't say that name.
We're not gonna talk about him, but put him on the list, Law.
Not at number 13. We're not. Definitely not.
Yeah, not at number 13.
We need to get some more
Carl Malone the top 3 scorer ever, though. What are you talking about?
But just not at number 13.
Yo, Steve Nash ticket? How about Steve Nash?
No. SGA's better.
Nah.
So, but still, it sounds like he's still one of the greatest offensive players I've ever seen. That's it.
Right.
Because if you can only name 13, that means that he's a
I got some more for you. Hold on. I got some more.
I'll take T-Mac.
Oh.
No.
What?
No.
T-Mac?
No.
Jerry West?
Yeah, but no. Because Jerry didn't do enough of the other things.
Oh, hold on. I can't have T-Mac?
No.
Nah.
No. If you can get Tim Duncan, you can get T-Mac. I'm sorry. If you can get Tim Duncan, you can get T-Mac.
In the playoffs, T-Mac is not it for me. Offensively, he's
in the playoffs. T-Mac plays well offensively. I don't know what you were seeing, but
hey, Ron, I got a bounce.
You know what? You know what though? Y'all know what I'm gonna say. You know what? I'm gonna make y'all mad for chill leave. Giannis, nigga.
Wait, we're still on the Giannis is better.
Hold on, chill. Giannis averaging 30 and 66 the last few years, bro. Cut it out.
Exactly, 30 and 6.
Yeah, he is. And
Chilltown, he the only player. Chilltown, he the only player in NBA history to average 30 on 55% shooting since Will Chamberlain. So cut it out, man.
Which is a fact, 100%. But when I went back and I watched Joker and I watch how he operates, he does more than Giannis.
Giannis got a chip already, though.
But when he turns his brain off.
When he turned his brain off, forget it.
But Giannis, hold on, Chilltown. Giannis got a chip drop in the closeout game, bro. What are you talking about?
See, here we go again.
So Bob Pett is over Jokic too. Bob Pett.
No, See, how am I get myself involved in this? First of all, I don't know how I got myself involved in this. Rewind the clock. We just got off the idea that a guy winning a Finals MVP does not stamp it. It just stamps him as being great. So the fact that you bringing up the fact that he won the NBA championship, Joker is on his way to doing that right now.
But Giannis did it better.
Yeah, but he hasn't. He did it better.
Joker's on his way to doing that right now.
What did Giannis average in the NBA Finals?
Not only is Joker on his way. Not only is Joker on his way to doing that. Joker is on his way to doing that. Almost averaging a triple-double in the finals.
In the playoffs.
In the whole
playoffs.
In the entire playoffs. He's on his way to doing that.
Giannis almost did that. Hold on, Giannis almost did that.
And you know what?
Hold on. Giannis averaged 30 points, over 10 rebounds, and damn near 10 assists. What are you talking about?
When?
Hold on. Did Giannis average around 6 and 7 assists?
That's
almost 10.
Wait, he did average 6 or 7 assists, and that's not close to 10.
That's not close to 10.
No, I'm saying, but he's still giving you 30 though.
No, but you said
you said a triple double though.
That's as a score.
That's not even almost.
I'm talking about Giannis. I'm talking about Giannis as an overall offensive player. I thought that Giannis was a better overall offensive player than Joker until I actually sat down some more and watched Joker, and I was like, wait a minute,
man, cut this out, man. Cut this out, man.
I gotta go back.
I just want to know. I just want to know if Bob Pett is better offensively than Jokic because he had 50 in a closeout game to win the finals too. So I just want to know if he's also better than Jokic offensive.
I ain't saying that, dog.
But he did against he did it in the finals closeout game.
Nah, but I don't respect what Chilltown talking about right now, man. Chilltown on cap, man.
No, I'm not. I'm actually out of town, so be easy, fellas. I'll get with y'all Monday.
All right, chill.
Yep.
All right, next super chat from Track God. He said, trying to put a stack on Miami, not getting swept when you have them winning the series is crazy. Just admit Miami gonna lose.
Why don't you bet me then, sucker? Or better than yet, put more money in that super chat. Say we'll believe you before I bet you.
Joshua said, do you think if Jokic wins a ring, he will be better than Barkley?
He already is better than Barkley.
He's
better than
Barkley.
who?
Put him on that list too.
Hold on, you say he's better
offensively?
Jokic is a better player than Charles Barkley was.
Man, y'all dudes on some drugs, man.
But if you win, but Ticket, if you wins 3 more games, you will have him over him, correct?
Oh, yeah, no, if he does that, yeah, but right now he ain't.
See now.
He ain't right now. That's disgusting to do that, bro. Charles Barkley.
He's 100.
He was the second best player. He was the second best. Hold on. Was Charles Barkley not the second best player in the league at that time to Mike? Yes or no?
I can't wait.
Huh? No. Charles Barkley was.
Okay, what was the point?
Yeah.
No, the point was that, bro, the closest thing to Mike was Charles Barkley at that time.
And he still wasn't close. So what's that mean?
Still
what do you mean? Hold on. And you trying to tell me you putting Jokic, man? Get out. Man, go ahead, Ron, man.
Yeah, Jokic is better at basketball than Charles Barkley.
Say, but then
go ahead, Ron, man. Go ahead, Ron. Hey, Ron, Jokic fall on his face.
Ironically, Jokic is better than him on both sides of the ball.
Okay, he's not going to hit the end. So don't worry about it. Promise you that.
He can lose the next 4 games, and I'll still say he's better than Charles Barkley.
That's the problem with you.
Why is it so crazy though? And he's 3 wins away.
Oh no, the problem with you
is that you're saying if
you're praising Jimmy Butler, that loser.
He's better. Like he's literally 3 wins away from being better to you. So how's that crazy?
I'm praising that loser.
How is that crazy? I don't get it.
Stop praising that loser, Jimmy Butler. Ticket. I'm gonna tell you right now. You better stop praising that loser now.
I ain't praising.
Ticket, is AI better than Jokic offensively?
Is AI better than who?
Jokic offensively.
Because they both got 1 win in the finals.
Nah, AI ain't better than him offensively
Yeah,
because he does more. He does more.
I was debating it, but we can't.
He does more. He does more than others. I can't say that. I can't say that. But I can't say that AI gets more attention than he do defensively.
Bob, I felt the same way. I just seen your whole I was gonna say it, but I'm just like,
No,
right. AI get way more. Ron, AI got way more attention than Jokic did defensively because none of them other dudes on this team were offensive players.
I can't hear you, Bob.
But low, can I get peak James Harden?
You can get whoever you want. You got 15 names now.
All right, cool.
You picking James Harden is interesting as well.
I think James Harden.
I mean, because he is a loser, so all his numbers don't really matter.
What you got to do?
His numbers don't matter, though, right, Bob? Because he lost, right?
No, the numbers don't matter, but we comparing that stuff right now. The big scheme of things don't matter.
Okay.
What that man say, man?
I mean, we right now we talking about only offensive players. So.
Yeah, for sure.
all right, y'all. Man Lim said if Heat play Bam and Zeller together, all Nuggets going to do is put Zeller in DHO action, and he can't guard in that action like Bam.
Why do you read it like that?
DHO.
Don't criticize the reading, man. We got 56 more to go. Let's just get through.
Fact.
Hold on. What is DHO action? What is that?
Dribble handoff.
Dribble handoff.
Ah, okay.
Take it. Don't you put? Never mind.
They just use the.
What do y'all call it? What do y'all call a dribble handoff?
Yeah,
y'all just call it handoff.
Dribble handoff.
So what do y'all not when y'all say point of attack, y'all actually say point of attack. Y'all don't say POA.
Nah, we just say we say point of attack. Yeah. They be shortening up so much stuff in this era, man. It's hard to keep up with these kids.
Facts.
Yeah,
all the lingo, man. Facts.
All the lingo going on, man. My 20 them.
Then when I got to go to the UK, I got to talk like Mars.
PGE said in boxing, all you have to do is win the title once, and you are called the champ the rest of your life. See Buster Douglas.
Exactly. Once you win once, you're a winner. If you never win, you're a loser.
This isn't boxing though.
This isn't boxing, bro.
It's how any sport works. Once you win, you're a winner. If you never win, loser.
If you win a championship, you're always a champion.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. If you win,
once you win, you're no.
But if you have a losing record in the finals,
then you're just a fraud, not a loser.
You're a champion with a losing record. Yeah. That's all right. Still a champion.
You just got lucky a couple times. That's what it is.
Steve Augustine said, do the Nuggets have a dynasty in the making? Are they going to win 3 rings in 5 years?
This was the same question. This is the same question that was asked about Milwaukee.
Let's talk about it, dog. I mean, I really think they can run off like what's going on?
One hit wonder.
I think they can run off at least 6 rings, man.
One hit wonder. One hit wonder.
Jokic is gonna be the next Bill Russell. He's gonna win 8.
No, one hit wonder, bro. Them dudes won't win again, bro.
They ain't even. You said you didn't think they're gonna win this one, so don't say again. They ain't gonna win.
But they win this
again.
Yeah, you said again. You said again as if they're gonna win this one. So you think they're gonna win?
What? Hold on. What I said? Hold on. What he say?
You said they're gonna win again, Ticket. You said they're not gonna win again.
I said they won't win again.
So, but again, that's
they would have to win the first time
this year.
No, he asked if they won this year. He asked if they won this year. Would they win again after this?
Ticket. But you don't even think they're going to win this year, so you can't say.
No. He asked, but he asked if that's the case, and I'm saying hell no. This will be if they win this year. This will be the only one they win.
You can't come back from
now it's different. If they win, okay.
You got
man. Listen, bro, y'all lucky, bro.
Yo, PGE said better ball handlers back then. Dudes today can carry. They couldn't carry back in the day.
That's the point. That's the point. The rules favor the offense. That's the point. That's the point. The rules favor the offense.
Tay Luke 777 said they are allowed to carry the ball and travel today. Rod Strickland, Chris Jackson, the Hardaways, Zeke all had effective ball handling without carrying.
Why do people call him Chris Jackson?
People tired of low cap, man.
We don't call Kareem Lou Alcindor. Why do we call him Chris Jackson?
I do.
His mama.
You call Kareem Louis.
His mama calls him
to me, that's just disrespectful. In my opinion, to me, that's.
Dom, you okay?
I think that is disrespectful.
I just heard his name. His name is not Chris Jackson.
Heard bullshit.
We don't call Muhammad Ali Cassius Clay. We don't do that. That's just disrespectful.
His mama call him Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay.
Also, y'all are kind of proving my point. The fact that they are allowed to just do more and get off looks as ball handlers in today's game would by default make them more difficult to defend. You're proving my point. But thanks for the super chat.
Jameer Toussaint said, "You just gonna skip over my other super chat?" Hey, well, Jameer, I ain't skip over this one.
You really skipped the super chat. That's crazy.
Did you skip your super chat? Let me see.
Hurst.
Let's see these super chats that he skipped over, man.
NV said, "So Kobe, the best scorer ever, correct? Played against zones, terrible spacing, but scored 30K in the toughest defensive era."
You ain't heard my non-air attacks list. My non-air attack scoring list.
Kobe's number one. I was about to say, hey, y'all ain't gotta say. It don't take that much. I'm about to say you ain't gotta tell me. So it don't take me that much to get Kobe from 2 to 1 because I have Kobe over Durant for those exact same reasons. So it don't take me that long to get Kobe too.
The moment you tell me to stop doing relative to era, Kobe Bryant is the best scorer of all time.
Yes.
The moment you tell me, just
and the second best, and the second
greatest player of all time.
Yes.
Wow, I love this.
Yes.
Yeah, y'all should talk about basketball more like that. I like it better.
Yeah, you ain't going to. Nah, it's fine.
Yes.
DMVP said better ball handlers: AI, Jay Williams, Kenny A, Rod Strickland, Kobe, Tim Hardaway, Nick the Quick, Chris Jackson, Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson is hilarious.
He dribbled with his back to the defense, going up court. Why do people bring up?
Were people taking the ball from Mark Jackson?
Ball security. Okay.
Ball security.
That's one category.
Would you consider ball handling? Yes, ball handling low.
I think, but it's like how scoring.
There's more to it.
It's like how scoring.
If I can get the ball from here to there and initiate the offense, get my team set up without you taking the ball from me, that's good ball handling.
I agree. It's good, but there's also more levels to it.
More categories in it.
Who's the better ball handler? Kyrie or any of those names he just put up there?
Kyrie. Tim Hardaway.
By the way, AI was carrying the hell out of the ball, by the way. So
Tim Hardaway is a better ball handler than Kyrie?
No way.
Tim Hardaway?
It's good enough to make an argument for it.
No, Tim Hardaway is known for
Tim Hardaway, no.
That's it.
Y'all act so shocked and so surprised.
No, Tim Hardaway is just not the name as good.
Calm down with the theatrry. Y'all know that's not a crazy thing to say.
Zeke has a better handle than Tim Hardaway.
We're all doing
Zeke. Okay, that's cool too. Either way,
Tim Hardaway is not the
it's not the one you say.
Well, that's what I said. That's what I meant.
How many games did you watch with Tim Hardaway?
How many games did you watch with Tim Hardaway, Lo?
Not that many.
Oh, all right. I'm not going to do this shit with you today, bro.
But how many did you watch?
Because you never had Dish Network, bro. Like,
but how many did you watch?
Watch basketball.
Me and you about the same age. So how often have you watched it, Bob? Oh, okay. All
right. Next super chat from SK 2001. Hoopers like ticket mad. Hoopers like ticket mad. "Quote unquote soft Jokic is playing better than them by far and damn near every NBA player in history."
Facts. Straight skill, real hoops are being played right now.
Pimp named Slipback said the Suns' new owner is a clown. He demoted James Jones and pushed for KD, gutting the team. This man is literally taking advice from Isaiah Thomas.
Shout out to Isaiah Thomas.
Unnecessary shot at Isaiah Thomas too, but I guess.
NBA champion right now.
ASAP Don said, "I was waiting on the Jamal Murray combo because we all was on the stream saying motherfuckers about to give Murray credit to discount Jokic, low key.
Why can't we just credit both of them? Like, is that so impossible? Is it so impossible to just say Murray's playing good?
No, you're right. Hey, Mars, my brother Mars, I totally agree with you, dog. That's completely right. The problem is that you got Low up here double glazed donutting Jokic every single day, and he never puts that same energy on Jamal Murray.
Because they're not as good. I'm not going to give the same energy.
You're a capper, and Mars was a crapper, and that's the reason why.
He just agreed with Mars.
You agree with me, and then
yeah. You know what it is.
Oh, here's a real problem. People like Ticket think that Jokic and Jamal Murray are on the same level.
They are. Wow. They are. They are. Okay, well, take Murray. Let Murray go down for a game or two this series and see if Jokic can get you one.
Let Jokic go down
Let
for a game or two, and let's see if you ever talk about Jamal Murray a day in your life again.
Murray can, and he has. We've seen him drop 50 in games. Carry teams on his back and go get one.
When?
Oh, come on. In the playoffs, sucker. What you mean when?
Jokic played.
No, he's saying games where Jamal Murray's carrying him. Murray carried him.
That's not what we said. That's not what we said. When has it been games?
Hold on. Let me get this straight. You don't think the Nuggets can win a playoff game without Jokic? One game.
Against the Timberwolves, maybe.
Against what team?
They could possibly.
No. Hold on.
If they played the Knicks, I think they could win. If they played the Knicks, I think they could win.
For sure.
I ain't saying the Knicks. No. I'm talking about right now.
What, in this series against Miami?
Against Miami? No.
The team that you think is going to win the NBA championship.
Hold on. You don't think? Hold on.
Isn't that crazy? The team
Hold on. Tell me. You don't think that he can? Hold on. But you think the Heat can win a game? I mean, you think that Jokic can win a game against the Heat without Murray?
I do. I personally do. One game?
Hey, Ron. Ron. Where the drug test at?
Wait.
Where the drug test at, Ron?
I'm sorry to the chat. Did the Nuggets not win a game with Jamal Murray scoring 10 points this postseason run?
Man, this dude is on.
Jokic won a playoff series without Jamal Murray.
Facts.
What we doing?
Oh yeah, Portland.
2021.
Oh yeah.
Do you now Ticket? Let's ask you the question. Do you think Jamal Murray can win a playoff series without Jokic?
You damn right.
Okay.
Oh my god. The hate for Joker is crazy, man.
Facts.
It's crazy.
Barn Burners Inc. said low crazy as fuck. He cooked 3 the hard way, and he acting like offensive players couldn't push off and also be more aggressive. Damn, low 3 the hard way.
3 the hard way, baby.
So is it easy to score in today's game or not? I don't get confused. It's easy to score in today's game, right?
That's what I was told.
It is.
Right, Ticket? It's more, okay.
They don't play defense. There's not a lot of good defenders. The rules.
I mean, bro, you got role players out here getting 50. What you think?
I agree. So yeah, okay. So if it's easy to score, that means it'd be harder to defend by default. So yeah.
Aerotex, where are you ranking Rudy Gobert, low?
Oh man, the amount of space he has to defend in today's game. Oh, he's up there.
Rudy Gobert in the 90s. Imagine Dikembe Mutombo about
dominant.
Yes, he'd be dominating in the 90s.
Dominating.
Oh, man. He gets to just stay in the lane all game. He'd dominate.
Dominant.
Rudy Gobert actually has to defend.
Man, go ahead, Ron, man.
The only argument anyone has against him is that he's soft.
Go ahead, Ron. I'm not listening to this disrespect. These guys
top 3 defender in the league in the 90s.
It's crazy when we say a modern player would thrive in the older era. It's disrespect. But when you just say everyone would struggle in the older era, it's not disrespect. When you say everyone would just be trash, it's not disrespect.
You heard what I said.
That's what's interesting. How
disrespect
works.
And he's
you heard what I said.
Yeah, it's just very interesting how the disrespect works. Very interesting.
Next super chat from MP13. He said fraud in the context that he's projected top 10, but hasn't received the level of criticism that either Embiid, Tatum, or even KD gets when they have similarly inefficient outings in the postseason.
He's talking about Jimmy Butler. He's talking about Jimmy Butler.
He's not.
Nah, we talking about Jokic. Nah, you talking about Butler. I'm talking about Jokic.
No. That right there is response to Jimmy Butler having 4 straight games of inefficient scoring. That's what that's about.
Well, I'm talking about Jokic.
No, but that super chat is about Jimmy Butler. So can you
I'm talking about Jokic. You heard what I said.
Can you answer his question, Ticket?
I'm talking about
back
Jokic.
on the screen, Ron. Hey, Ticket. Fraud in the context of Jimmy Butler is projected to be a top 10 player, but hasn't received the same level of criticism that Embiid, Tatum, or KD.
That's a lie. That's a hold on. Hey, didn't Jimmy get cooked when he for those performances, Dub?
Not as much as Jason Tatum was getting.
Hey, Dub, I hate you, bro. You're sad. I hate you. I never want to see you again, bro.
It's a fact. No, that is the only people up here that was really giving Jimmy the burner was me, you, and I think Chill. Everyone else outside of that, they were letting it rock. But when JT's having inefficient nights and inconsistent nights, not even for 4 games in a row, for 1 game or 2 games in a row, he's done. It's just a different level.
Finished.
KD's finished as well.
Embiid cooked
because they are better than him.
But no, not. Come on now, Mars. Can they take this team to the finals, Mars? yours?
Oh damn, I'm cooked. Jesus,
You're cooked. See, you're cooked.
All right, fellas. I got a couple more super chats I got to get to before we wrap things up.
Couple more.
Couple more.
Tyler said, "What's the likelihood of Jokic having a 15-15-15 game in the series?"
About an 80% chance. He can just do stuff like that. It's not that difficult for him.
Does anybody else see this happening?
Man, go ahead and get this dude some Jokic wins, man, because this don't make no sense. All this stuff.
I mean, if he grabbed 5 more rebounds last night, he actually would have did that. So
5 rebounds are low rebounds.
Not on Bam, it's not.
TC the Don said Jokic playoff success apparently is contingent on Jamal Murray availability. Is Jokic a Murray merchant? When Murray hurt, he looked like the real Westbrook.
And that is why people don't watch Denver play, and that's fine. This is the first time a lot of people are watching Denver play. And that's why you say outlandish stuff like that.
Thanks for the super chat, though, man. I mean, if you want to say Michael Jordan's a Scottie Pippen merchant,
in that case,
if that's what you want to say,
every best player is their second option merchant, according to that.
Yeah,
LeBron's a D-Wade merchant. LeBron's an AD merchant. LeBron's a
no. Bob is right. I mean, by this logic, Michael Jordan's a Scottie Pippen merchant.
Well, he actually is. Like, he actually is a Sway Pippen.
Yeah, he actually is.
Steph is a Draymond merchant.
It's the Draymond merchant, man.
Like, last I checked, Michael Jordan's won 1 playoff game in his life without Sway Pippen, right?
So he's a Scottie Pippen merchant. So 100%. To that buffoon who said the great super chat, are you going to say that?
He might have been trolling. Who knows?
Shaq's a Kobe merchant.
Yeah, and Kobe's a Pau Gasol merchant.
Facts.
Watching Kobe blow 3-1 leads without Pau Gasol. Definitely a Pau Gasol merchant.
All right, y'all. Jameer Toussaint said, Breen said Jokic is scoring like Dirk.
This is a crazy.
Is this the guy is this the super chat that you skipped over?
Yes, it is. But this I remember when he said this quote, and
Van Gundy corrected him quick.
Breen said Jokic is scoring like Dirk, passing like Magic, and boarding like Moses Malone.
That part is out of
Yeah. See now that's glazing. That's glazing because even I would not say something like that. That's glazing.
Although the way he just be getting like 5 putbacks in one possession is real Moses Malone.
The first two
passing like Magic. That's glazing right there. Even I would never say something like that.
I don't even think he scores like Dirk, but I mean,
I don't think he scores like Dirk either. Like he's not shooting like. No,
I think he's worse than every player in those categories.
Yes, that was crazy glazing.
I didn't hear him.
I heard it. I vividly remember it, and I was in playback like we were streaming, and I was like, "What is this? What is he talking about right now, bro?
What is he talking about?"
See, people love to overreact when
they overreacting right now. Yes.
Elite Talk said, I would pay ticket a stack to shut my boys up about Bron versus KD debate.
Kobe
is simply better.
Facts.
We doing air attacks and Kobe's still.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If I come to think about it, if I do air attacks, Kobe might be number 1. He might be.
He's 1 or 2. Yeah,
he might be.
He is, and he's not 2. And he's not 2.
Yeah, he's 1 or 2 for sure.
He's
not 2.
Angie Carr, if you send the $5, I'll do it for you.
Well, what is it?
Don't worry, you'll find out.
Whoa,
you will. And actually, that is funny because it is going to be a pause.
Hey Angie, you're gonna have to go to Open Gym and do that. In case you guys don't know, Open Gym is next. Appreciate you for tuning in. We'll be here on the.
Hey, you still couldn't do it, bro.
On the way out. On the way out, we have one chat that I just want to leave with you guys. Here it is right here.
Definitely an L.